You ever know any of those kids who are
Your
middle
mom.
school? Your mom.
Your
In
mom.
middle school, your mom.
Your mom.
Your mom.
But they played the recorder and then they with everyone else, and then they liked it and they kept playing it. That was me.
That's Ray.
That was
Wow.
me. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Ooh, how is he pronounced
Sorry,
that
all I
one?
can think is, who hurt you, Ray?
Who hurt me?
Oh.
Amanda GFX. Amanda GF. Hello, Amanda.
What?
I don't think that this person is the one that hurt Ray. This is the one
Yeah.
that
No,
hurt
Amanda
us.
GFX
Oh,
did
no.
not hurt me. As everyone knows, that is only on the Patreon.
Oh, that's how we get that.
That's how we get that.
I just haven't been paying
doesn't
Ray enough.
sound right.
What?
Nice.
That doesn't
Now,
sound
hold
right.
on
You
a
haven't
minute.
been on Patreon lately, then.
No.
Dun, dun, dun,
Not
Is
lately,
Patreon
no.
becoming our OnlyFans?
You know we could do
Don't you mean
that?
OnlyFangs?
Oh my God, we could do
OnlyFans.
that.
You could always do that.
No,
Oh,
I
no.
think you may have solved the adult streaming issue.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
Realize that I can stream to Patreon.
Naked stream.
Yeah, we can do naked stream.
Cool.
The only thing we can't do is we can't do super like acts of horrible violence, but none of us want to do those anyway. Mostly.
That's
Only virtually as a pretend person playing D&D do I want to commit war crimes.
You got that right.
Let's amend that again and have you.
Well, I do play Warlock who has access to Fireball.
Every warlock should have access to Fireball. It's like, you know.
No, I'm going to be playing a Celestial Warlock. She is a little angel baby, and she will not have Fireball.
Exy, we thought about OnlyFans, but OnlyFans has some super strong restrictions when it comes to depictions of violence.
Yeah,
And that
for a reason.
means even verbal. So that's why the BDSM community doesn't do a lot on OF, because they can't really do any content they want to do on OF because they'll get booted. So that's what our problem was, because in some of the fights I've described people getting their heads split in half, which is perfectly fine here on Twitch, but we'll get you banned from OnlyFans. It's a very interesting dichotomy, I think.
Yeah.
And I got to say
That's how you
dichotomy.
get banned from OnlyFans.
That's how you get banned from OnlyFans. How do you get banned from OnlyFans? Well, let me show you.
Let me
Splash.
tell you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner and a Game, where we're easily distracted and our ADHD is always on fire. Hi, how have you been? We've missed you so much. My music's a little bit loud, so I'm turning it down. So, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Last weekend, we were at, well, actually, most of last week, we were at Gen Con. Most of us were at Gen Con enjoying ourselves, having a great time, and I'm so thankful that all of you showed up who did. Thank you. Hey, Crip Walker, how you doing? We went to Gen Con. We got there Wednesday night. We immediately had problems at the airport. We couldn't get our rental car. We went through a 3-day fiasco with the rental car. Terribleness. Got everything. We ended up getting to the Airbnb. The Airbnb turned out to be not as really advertised, because it was supposed to be, what they say, it was like a 5-bedroom, and it was like a 2-bedroom and a basement subdivided with sheets for walls.
Yeah.
Not even.
Not even?
No, there were no
was
sheets
separation
down there.
in the basement.
There's no separation.
No.
I never got to go downstairs.
Oh,
no.
Oh my god, it was a very interesting time. And from what I understand from a lot of other people who are at Gen Con, who've done the similar things, the Airbnbs seem like they're all like that. The ones, anything that goes like, you know, beyond 3 bedrooms and, you know, being able to sleep 6, anything that's like that is like all bullshit. So I don't know what we're gonna do next year. I'm thinking that we might just do a block of hotel rooms next year.
I think that's probably the smarter choice.
Because number one, it would allow Jessica to come and go from the con as she needs to, so she can like take naps to get rest and get away from the con crowd. Because that's the last day was what really killed my wife, because she was just totally spent. And like, if she could have, she would have gone. She would have only been there for half the day there. Just gone there at night, for the actual show, and stayed away from the con for the rest of the time. because my wife has a lot of issues. She has, health issues, and she gets exhausted really easy, and having her trapped at the con was a bad thing. But if, could have just let her come and go as she wanted and like take the Skyway across the hotel, she would have been great. But now we know these things. We did this year kind of as our first official con as Dinner and a Game. And so I will say this, and my wife agrees, in all honesty, for the joy of the experience of meeting the family that is the TTRPG community, we wouldn't have done a single thing differently, except for maybe not do the rental car because that just caused too much chaos. But we would not have done a single thing differently. That was the warmest, friendliest group of people. Despite, I know people have heard a lot of things that have been coming out that happened at Gen Con, but you've got to understand those things happen at almost every single type of large gathering like that. Where things happen like our Dick's Last Resort event.
Oh my goodness, that was so much fun.
Oh yeah, but yeah, so when there's that much alcohol involved, things are going to happen. It's just an unfortunate side effect. I'm not giving anyone who was improper any excuses. The people who committed acts that violated and crossed boundaries are getting exactly what they deserve right now. And
I didn't hear about any of that.
We're not gonna name any names. We'll talk about it after the show or something. But several things happened with several pretty well-known creators, and so it was a thing. But it happens at every single con. I'm sorry, and I'm not making light of it. I don't want to trivialize it. It's fucking horrible, but when you get that many people together, you're gonna get bad eggs, and you're gonna get people who make bad decisions in situations like that. And those bad decisions can hurt others. But that does not take away from the fact that the community as a whole was fucking amazing. And they supported each other, and they were there for each other, and we had a great fucking time, I hope, and I think. I know almost everyone in Dag House had a great time. And I definitely cannot even begin to tell you how set we are on doing it again next year.
Oh, hell yeah.
And our charity event was fucking amazing.
Oh, Katiosaurus was the bomb. Oh my goodness.
Katiosaurus was the bomb, but I have to give special props and shout out right now to one particular person. Vince, I expected the level of quality of you brought to the show, but watching Milagros be terrified for the first, as we wound up to launching, and when Katie did the introductions, watching Milagros freak out, freeze up, and then having air scream at her from the crowd, and it totally broke the ice. And once that happened, fucking Milagros was on fire.
Yeah, she was.
Milagros, you can just see Milagros go, "Oh yeah, air's here. Fuck it, I'm on."
Yeah.
You get to see Milagros
Besties
go,
for the resties.
I have a friend right there who loves me. Yeah, I'm going to talk to them all night.
Yes, I'll be fine.
And yeah, for those of you, it's been posted up to our Facebook page. I think it's been posted up to our YouTube page. I don't know if it's done yet on the YouTube or not. It's processing still. Long videos take forever to process on YouTube, but it is up on our Facebook page. It'll be up on our YouTube page. You can catch it there. Katiosaurus actually has a much better version because she did a video intro and everything for it, so it's amazing. But the entire show is there. It's only 2 hours long, but man, guys, it was. I mean, I have not laughed that hard and that long in forever. Oh wow!
Dread was amazing.
Dread was
so much fun to watch.
Yeah. But tonight we're back to being Dinner and a Game. Hi everybody, how you doing? We love you very much. We missed you. Last night, of course, we did not have Emerald Sanctums. Emerald Sanctums was called because of exhaustion. The cream on the icing on the cake for Jessica and I was that our flight got canceled. And we were stuck in Indianapolis for an extra day.
That's bullshit.
And the airline didn't cover the entire hotel room, so we had to pay out of our pocket.
I'm sorry. Legally, they're supposed to.
Yeah, I think the hotel room just fucking people over. The hotel was just fucking people over. Because so, I'm gonna call their support and see what I can do. But it wasn't a huge fortune, and I don't really care. They also gave us food vouchers, what we forgot about. We were so fucking tired. All right, so in the meantime, I'm gonna synopsize Gen Con later in a I guess a video review, but it was incredible for us. Yes, it was a blast. I was just saying that we would gladly live with these people forever. Period. End of story. We would, you know, everyone. We always joke about the polycule, but I swear to fucking God, if there is ever any people on this planet that I could love as much as I love my wife and my current family, it's the family that we found. And I would take you all in holy mattress money in a heartbeat.
Mattress money?
Money. Yes, just give me the mattress money.
Phrasing.
So, except for maybe Sam. Because he says phrasing too much.
I could have called that one. I called it.
But, well, no, never mind, because M and Sam are a package deal. You're back in, Sam.
By the virtue of your wife, you're back in.
By the virtue of M, you get to be in the polycule.
Because hey, just remember, tax benefits.
Tax benefits. Unfortunately, I don't think polycules have special tax status anywhere. If you take
veteran status,
if you take
veteran status.
Oh, there you go. So, in the meantime, tonight we're back into Kingdoms of Mist, which is our D&D 5e campaign, which we have been playing for well over a year now. In fact, this, I do believe, Milagros, our official note taker, is this episode 50?
This is session 50.
Episode 50. Holy flying fuck, we're getting into, like, you know, we're getting into, and I don't mean to take their name in vain, we're getting into Critical Role levels of content now. We have 50 episodes of a single show. I never thought I'd ever get to this point, and I, once again, gonna gush, have these people to thank for it. They have made this possible. It has been incredible, and especially to Sam and Lissa and Cassie. When some other members of our cast, when they had to jump out because because of real life stuff, Sam, Lissa, and Cassie they were so gung ho to jump on, and Sam and Lissa first, and then Sam and Cassie first, and then Lissa jumped in afterwards. But they were so gung ho to jump on. They were so happy to come on board, and they just merged seamlessly with the cast. And then Lissa came on the show and broke everything. So,
in a good way.
That's my wife.
In the bestest way, Lissa broke us all, and now we just, you know, we sit around and we simp for Lissa, and that's all we ever do. By the way, hi.
And you learn very quickly why you put the two of us together. Chaos will follow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I warned you beforehand.
Oh no,
Nobody
you
ever
did.
listens.
No, I was completely warned, and I took the warning seriously. But I was like, you know what?
Fuck it.
No. I was like, you know, we have a lot of unique people on stream, and if Lissa can make those people, you know, relax and do what they want to do more by being herself, then fuck it. Bring on the madness, because, you know, Bacchus ain't no joke, and we summon him fully here. We imbibe him.
That's my boy.
Yep.
He's been my boy.
So now that I've almost made myself cry a couple of times, and I haven't even gotten into killing anybody yet. So
Aha, I knew it.
So
you know, the #1 place to shank people is fancy dinners with politicians. I mean,
yeah, you're supposed to have a fancy
this is
dinner
like
with a
the
politician,
place
aren't
for
you?
that.
We did.
Yeah, exactly.
We did.
Yeah, you did.
Especially if they don't leave any knife wounds. What?
Yeah, they forgot to give you that little update. We did. You did. They did have their.
No, I
fancy
did
dinner.
say it. Because that was when the Mistmother came, or the
Lissa.
Nightmother came.
Lissa, why don't you give us a quick synopsis of where we left off?
Recap.
Yes. Volatile.
Because if you're gonna come in and break the game, you can come in and synopsize it too.
Okay, fine. Sam / Drake is very upset because we got commissions, even though my brain keeps wanting to say we got knighted. We did not get knighted, unfortunately, but we are now lieutenants in the Navy, if I remember correctly. Drake is V mad, V upset. This is everything he didn't want.
Which is exactly as I planned.
You'll get over
Continue.
it, and I'm never going to stop saluting him.
Everyone is walking by and salutes.
First it's Brother Drake, and now we're gonna be saluting him.
I salute him,
Is
Brother
getting
Drake.
So,
psychic
wait,
knife
I
into the-
salute Brother
Oh,
Drake.
Wait, in the course of like a dozen episodes, I've given Drake religion and put him in the military.
Sam, I think you're regressing.
Oh no.
I'm never going back.
Too late.
Too late.
Drake's gonna come out and his hair is gonna be all slicked back. He's gonna be in a white long sleeve shirt with buttoned up to here. He's gonna be he's gonna be pushing a bicycle along beside him.
I
My name is
would
Brother
rather
Drake.
die.
Okay,
You would
so-
rather it. Ray will not do that to you. He's here to punish you for
I
some
don't-
unknown transgression.
Phrasing.
It's not-
being Sam.
Okay, so continue, Lissa. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
It's fine.
I keep on making your job harder. I wonder who I'm imitating.
Phrasing.
Continue. Go ahead, Liz.
We had our fancy dinner with Jaegerhorn, or as my brain always replaces, Jägermeister. And at AM's request, the Mistmother showed up. We got a lesson in what the hell is going on. You know, Mistmother's a little broken right now. We've kind of got to piece her back together if we can. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna go to AM's homeworld and have a chat with Rage and see how that goes. It's fine. It's all gonna be fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Everybody needs a little help sometimes. We're all a little broken.
It's true. It's true. She is correct.
Very broken.
Very broken. We've gotten back to from whence we came, and we are gonna attempt to outfit our ship that we're half sort of commandeering with a crew. But we are very lucky. Some of the crew from the ship that we were on is kind of on some leave to go check on fam and friends, so they're gonna give us a hand in our first flight and sail.
Flight and sail.
Seems
think-
like a discount store.
Yeah, I want to go to the flight and sail store.
Well,
I think we
welcome
can
to
outfit
Fight
the
and
ship
Sail.
there.
Well, you went
We
to
could-
that
we
high
could
fashion
probably-
store at one time, so there you go. All right. And anything else you wanted to include in there, Liz?
I don't think so. I think that was pretty much everything. Oh, wait, no. Aom is still convinced that Lex is a spy, and it's going to be the best thing forever. And Jaegerhorn has requested that Lex stay with them, but Lex is like, yes, as long as they're okay with it. Because
And we
Lex
all just, like,
respects
claim
consent. Lex hasn't even told you guys that yet. Lex is just still
Doesn't
going
matter.
along.
Doesn't matter. We've just like dog piled on you because we know.
And you guys did dock in the Spindle as well.
Yes, we've docked in the Spindle.
And you hadn't gotten on the ship yet, though, right?
No, I think we were on like the docks.
Yeah.
Like talking about like, okay, these are the things we need to do.
Gotcha. All right. So, what is going on with my freaking keyboard? Hang on a second.
I hate you.
It does. It's just like my players.
What a jerk.
It hates
Take
me.
that back. You take that back, Ray. I love you.
It hates me. It hates me unless I give it trauma.
I allow you to have your kneecaps after Gen Con, and this is how you treat me.
Oh no, I'm holding Kel's ring light hostage, so it doesn't matter. I own Kel, so
I forgot about that.
I still have it, Kel. I still have it.
He looks so pretty on Twitch.
I'm
now.
literally trying to figure out how to package this ring light so it won't get destroyed. Because I don't have the box for it or anything. It's just got this giant ring light, and I'm like, I'm not smart enough to do this puzzle.
Lots of bubble wrap.
That's what I've got. The nice thing is I have tons of packing bubble wrap and shit. So yeah, I'm I'm just gonna fucking entomb that thing. Anyway, so hi everybody. I haven't even gotten to say how are y'all doing yet.
Good.
Good. Is everyone wonderful? Is everyone amazing? Is everything perfect?
Yes.
No, it's
I mean,
not
I don't
because
know
we're
if I
not
would say
together.
Perfect.
I mean, it's more perfect than it was when I thought we weren't having game.
Oh,
True.
yes,
Yeah,
that's
true.
Yes.
the
True.
sweetest thing that anyone ever lied to me about. So,
Rude.
I am not rude. I'm honest, and it's often misconstrued as being rude. But I'm still honest.
No, it's often used as a guise for rudeness.
It's often used as a
Yes.
guise for rudeness. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and say hi to everyone. And Air, we'll start with you
Hi.
tonight. How
It
are you
starts with me now.
doing? Well, I'm going alphabetically now.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible. Never wanted to be the first person in class that was called.
Well, you should have thought about that before you changed your name.
Before I changed my name. Damn it. You go like
I should've-
alphabetical by last names next time?
Yeah, no. You can change your last name. You can change your name to Zephyr.
Oh, perfect.
It's still a wind creature, so there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. After that exchange, I feel a bit better. My stomach feels a little off, but other than that, emotionally, I'm very present. Totally
That
ready.
is amazing and wonderful, and I'm so glad that you still have the good spoons from the Gen's cons.
Yeah. No, it was
And who are
so
you
cool.
playing?
I am playing Aeom, who is now a level 7 monk and a level 4 fighter.
Oh, you took another level on Fighter.
No, I took another level 1 monk.
Oh, I didn't know if you were gonna go.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were gonna cap it at 3 on Fighter or not. So
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure, but I wanted the extra attack that fighter got at level 4, then realized that I don't get that because of game balance restrictions.
Because
So-
you already get it through monk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Apparently, if I spec to like level 11 in fighter, though, I do get that extra attack, regardless.
Yeah. Then it's extra attack.
Yeah,
extra
exactly.
attack.
Extra attack plus.
That's all monks need is more attacks. With us,
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, Air, it's your turn. We're all gonna go get food and stuff. I'm gonna literally
go grab a
drive
quick nap.
somewhere and come back.
Let us know when you're done punching the thing.
Right.
Let us know when
Let us
you're
know
done
if any of us are
punching.
still alive.
Yeah. Let us know when we
Let
need
us-
to finish off.
Let me know how much hit points it has so I can steal the kill. I mean, what?
Well, that's
Son of a
rogue.
bitch.
That's the rogue archetype right there.
Yeah.
Let me know how much hit points something's got left so I can steal the glory.
Rogues believe in 2 things: yoinking and yeeting.
That you
The
know,
two
that's-
whys
that's
of life.
The 2 whys of
The
life.
2 genders.
Yoink and
Yoinks and yeets.
Yoink and
You're
yeet.
either a
How
yoink
do you
or
identify?
a yeet.
Thou must yeet.
I think I'm a yeet.
I think I'm a yoink.
I think oh,
I could be- I could- honestly, I could be
This is
either.
gonna get
Yeah,
weird.
just either way.
This is gonna
Become
get
a
weird.
yurt?
A yurt?
This is
You're-
gonna
we
this
can
for
live
sure.
You're a large
We
tent.
can live in Sphinx.
You're a large
Guys,
tent.
We could drink like fermented goat's milk.
Fermented good.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
As long as we don't try, we don't have to try and drink that stuff the Mongols used to drink, that fermented horse's milk.
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
my god! No,
I'm down to try it, at least
no, it like kills people. Liz,
That sounds terrible.
What does it?
Hi,
I waited
that's
until
me.
I saw the cut pit your lips.
Literally.
How are you doing?
I am very good.
Good, excellent. And who are you going to be playing this evening?
I am playing our dear, lovely zealot barbarian, Lex Hardpaw, who just wants to be Aeom's friend, and they think she's a spy.
They are friends, though.
Lex doesn't know that.
You're a spy.
Spies can be friendly. You don't.
Yeah.
In fact, it's probably kind of like a prerequisite. You need to be friendly so you can get information.
True.
You
Honestly,
need to be
Aeom's like-
You need to have friends so you can stab them repeatedly in the back.
I'm not Drake.
Ooh.
No, stab us in the
I
front.
didn't
or-
say it. I didn't say
That's what
it.
it's called.
I didn't say it.
Blind Drake.
I didn't say it.
It's fine.
And
Sam
the-
still loves me.
And the fighting words have been fired. Milagros, how are you? Is your computer better now? Is it stopped
Yes.
hating you?
Yes.
Good, excellent.
I'm also gonna get a huge upgrade to my setup. I'm gonna get 2 monitors and like a docket thingy. I don't know what it is.
Yes,
like,
it's called a docking station.
Yeah, that thingy, and then I'm getting a laptop for work.
Nice.
Now the is a docking station for the laptop for work?
Yeah.
Then it'll probably only work on the laptop for work.
Oh yeah, I have my own like little mini one.
Oh, okay.
But I'm getting like a big honka chonka one.
Yeah, honka chonka.
But yeah, I'm doing okay. Just dealing with some back pain because I seriously overdid it for like 2.5 weeks straight. So my body is like, "What did I fucking tell you?"
Remember,
Can't
you
keep
can order
doing
that
this.
spray foam from Amazon.
Oh, I am.
Oh, I've got some on order now.
We have converts. we founded the religion of spray foam.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
There's no phrasing involved in that. Foam is
There's
a natural.
so much fucking docking, and I had to stay quiet.
It's not that kind
Terrible.
of docking.
But it's us. So we went
It's
there.
not that kind of docking.
Ladies and
It's
gentlemen,
for work.
This is an indication of what you're in
It's
for
for work.
later.
Not
It's for
that
work.
kind of
That kind of
docking
docking
is
for work.
the
Hey.
title of Air's sex tape.
Let's just say, let's just not right now. Let's come out and say that sex work is real work. Docking
hell
for
yeah.
work is
It's real
perfectly
work.
Yeah.
fine.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
No.
I'm not
We have
doing it
no
for work.
objections to any of that. We just have a catchphrase that Sam loves. Oh, we even have, we Rafa just used it. We even have a little phrasing guy. I had to Google what that was. I will never be the same.
Why would you
I'm
do
sorry,
that?
Oh, sorry.
Why would you? Wait, hold on. I don't think
Sorry,
I really
not
remember what
Don't
that
do
was.
it.
I
Don't
don't know.
do it.
Really
You're
don't do it.
Don't
I've been
do
on the
it.
internet since I was 10 years old. I have brain damage. Hold on. Let me make sure I know what.
Brain damage.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I know about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure I'm not getting my terms mixed up.
Yeah, no, you're not. And who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Utopia Okal, formerly but still kind of Aster because all the other ones are dead. Adopted daughter of Wallenstein Okal, and I think I'm getting to dodge the fiance thing, so that's great.
Why would you remind him?
I think I'm getting to dodge that, so because we got to go meet the Rage Mother.
Because she had
Rage mommy.
because she hasn't had trauma for a while, so the fix is she
She's safe.
needs it. No, she needs her fix. So
No, I need to start the polycule with Lex and Callie.
Sam,
This group will be a polycule by the end. Mark my fucking words.
how are you doing, Sam?
Regretful that I wasn't able to make it up to Gen Con, but you know what? I got a lot done today. I have made leaps and bounds in a project. I may actually have it finished by this weekend. I am doing great.
Amazing. Wonderful.
And I don't have work till almost like 11 a.m. tomorrow, so if I need to sleep in tomorrow, I can.
That is wonderful to hear. Always wonderful to hear that you people are going to be able to actually get rest. After having 4 days of basically none of that.
I mean, it's better than 7 months of it.
Very true. Very, very, very true. So, who are you playing this evening?
Tonight, I will be playing Drake, the group's rogue. Very,
Wait.
not very happy.
The group's rogue, the druid's unit command, the group's unit commander, or the group's spiritual leader. Which I'm getting really confused on your role.
Spiritual leader.
No.
Brother
No.
Drake.
Commander.
No.
Definitely
For
unit
Brother
commander,
Drake.
Brother Drake.
Neither. Y'all salute me. I'm putting a psychic knife through your foot. I will aim
Do
for
it.
the pinky toe. I will aim for the pinky toe.
I just want
Rude,
to
I
know.
need
I just want to
balance.
know how you do psychic damage to someone's foot.
We gonna find out. We gonna
Also,
find
wait,
out.
I have hooves. I have hooves.
Have you ever felt phantom pain in your hoof? You will.
Well, I'll invent it.
And so you'll be playing Drake, the magical, wonderful angry rogue.
So angry.
He's so angry. Damn that rap music. Hi, Sphinx. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
We just both showed our age right there.
Yeah, we did.
Like no one else laughed. We're just like, oh,
No. We're old. And I'm actually feeling my age too. After this past weekend, my back and shoulder are being such a wonderful.
A wonderful cacophony of pain.
But I'm happy and glad to be here with you all tonight. Happy to be revisiting this lovely world that we've all created, and ready to try and mitigate some of this chaos. Because I mean, come on, it's so much. It's so much.
Yeah, it is definitely much, but it's just enough. You know what I mean? It's just right.
Oh yeah,
just
right.
And for those of you who did go to Gen Con, we cannot stress this last thing more. Get tested. Our wonderful, amazing Cassie got COVID at Gen Con. I tested negative this morning. I don't know if any of the rest of the I don't know if Air or Sphinx you take negative. I don't know if Milagros
is negative.
Yep. So yeah, we were literally all like, we were a puppy pile of love this weekend. So if any one of us got it, it can be all of us. So I'm gonna
love and back rubs.
Yeah.
It was great.
I'm gonna keep testing for the next couple of days.
Sing?
No,
I said what I said.
I have video to prove all this.
Yeah.
I need copies of that.
Okay. I didn't put it out on TikTok or anything. I was just like, I don't know if I have consent.
That's fair.
Sorry, I gotta scratch my arm. All right, so last quick things real fast. Remember, if for a 20-minute period randomly during the show, we are going to have a drawing that's going to give away raffle tickets. Those raffle tickets are going to be for a chance to win the mini of the month, which this month happens to be Asmodeus. Yes, the devil lord of, I can't remember which plane of hell. The 6th or 7th plane of hell? I think it's a 6th.
Oh, I don't remember which one, but he is the Prince of Lust in Hell of a Boss.
Yep.
And he has a sick ass song.
And that is he on his throne. This is a mini from Loot Studio. No, so from Archvillain Games. This is a 3D printable mini. This mini can only be acquired if you have a 3D printer. This mini has to be printed out. So we are going to be printing this out and giving it away at the end of the month. In fact, we literally handed Admiral his 3D printed tower that he won on the first giveaway. And I got my screen in finally for my fucking printer. In fact, it's right here. I got it in like literally the day after we got back. So I do have it, and it is going to be going in. And then my 3D printer will be back up so we can print the mini from the month before last. And did we just crash? Oh, no, there we go. Whew. That was scary for a minute. But yes, so this is from Archvillain Game Studios, and it's unpainted, but it is this high quality mini. It's a 4K printed mini. I'm going to be printing this out, and the end of the month we'll be giving this away. This is a 160 millimeter base. This mini is huge. What is that in inches? 6.5, almost 6.5 inches wide. That is a 1/2 foot wide mini, folks. So that is going to be given away. Yeah. Because his base is a throne, so you know it's a big base. So and it's going to be. I'm shooting one of you.
Ray's like, I'm ending this now.
Also, if you do choose to give us a follow us here, which we did have a new follower join us tonight, we're so thankful for that. But that automatically enters you to win this, which is the D&D core set, Player's Handbook, Monsters Manual, DMG, plus the GM screen in that slipcase. This is the limited edition set, which means it is the foil embossed set of books. This set of books Has the foil cover, so it's shiny, it's sparkly, it looks different than the others, and you'll be getting this if you are one of our followers. When we hit 1,000 followers, we're going to be giving this away, and that is coming up very, very quick, because as of right now, we sit at 906 followers. Ooh, our bitrate sucks. I might be having no connection's still good though. Yeah, so we're 907 followers, and when we hit to 1,000, we're going to give away this set of books. And finally, if you follow us over on TikTok, lend a hand to Sphinx. Sphinx, you have a lend a hand for your first roll. If you have a roll, but don't forget to note it down, because if you don't use it this game, you can use it next. We're giving away this when we hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. This is our 3D printed Wizard's Tower. We gave away one for our mini of the month for the first month of giveaway. This one, every single level comes off individually. There is staircases that link every level. There's a hatch in the roof that opens and closes. The front door opens and closes. And each one of the levels breaks down into individual pieces, makes it small enough to store in a high top shoebox. And Admiral can confirm, so if you ever want to ask him, you can do that in our Discord. You can find all this information in our link tree, which is up in chat right now. And that is just about all for that. Oh wait, well, there's one other thing. Oh yes, and if you want to help out the stream, of course we have merch, which includes our Intelligence is a Dumb Stat t-shirt, which includes our branded logos for Dinner and a Game. And you can also, okay, well, you have to tell me who you're lending a hand to. You guys are already spending, you guys like are addicted to spending points now. You spend them randomly. But yes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And if you want to help out the show in other ways, and you want to get some amazing coffee, we are an affiliate of Geek Grind Coffee. If you use this code in Geek Grind Coffee, not only will you get whatever specials they have, and they have a special every single month, but you will also, a little bit portion of your purchase will go towards Dinner and a Game. And Geek Grind is an amazing coffee company. It's ethically grown coffee. Mainly, it's sourced from women-owned farms, and it is an incredibly good, incredibly high-quality coffee. Like, we've started drinking Geek Grind, and we gave up on anything else. No dragon bone ribs. Stop it.
No.
Yes.
I'm making that.
No. All right. So, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and get to the game at hand, as our players have landed in the Spindle. The Spindle is the capital of the Great Northern Reach, which is an area that is situated in the northern portion of the planet of Elatris. The northern portion of the planet of Elatris is mainly one giant continent. The southern portion is mainly one giant ocean. The northern portion of Elatris not only is the climate colder, but it's also much more mountainous, and there is a lot of strong mineral deposits in that area. The mineral deposits have, of course, attracted a lot of people in this area, but because of the nature of the climate and the temperatures and the flora and fauna, this is a very harsh region to live in. So it's made the natural situation for the locals a little bit more extreme than the rest of the world. And so the people of the Great Northern Reach kind of look down on the other areas of Elatris because they are a very hardy, strong, independent folk. They were the last area to join into the Central Unified Government, and they're now actually the seat of power for Elatris, as Ayla, the capital city, has been sacked by extraplanetary planetary armies that have come from some places like the Nine Hells, the Abyss, the Elemental Planes, and these armies literally are marching into Ayla and attacking local places and taking over. And so there's been a great exodus from the actual capital city of Ayla, and one of the places that a lot of these immigrants has come to has been Spindle, which is the capital city in the Great Northern Reach. It is a huge city built across the tops of some cliffs that all link together, that when seen from above in an airship looks like a giant wheel spindle. With a central area that houses mostly the central branches of government, and then there is, in the cliff faces below them, there is they have been mostly hollowed out, and there are, because they're granite cliffs, and there is a whole city under the Spindle of people who live and work in the mines and the surrounding countryside. So, and the Spindle arms themselves serve as docks for airships. So we've docked on the Spindle. You guys are, your ship has been brought in as well. What have you decided? When we left off, you guys were on the Spindle, and hadn't even gotten off ship yet. What were you guys thinking about doing at this point?
Well, I know we wanted to. Hey, there was that thing we had to go to, but as well, there was the fact of
You had to go do the
We need
debriefing with the military leaders.
it's like we need to have a crew. We need to have supplies. One thing I know we were in discussion of, but we never really came up to a focal point of, is it's bad luck to sail a ship without a name.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose we didn't pick a name yet.
Well, I feel like you're the best equipped for that, Drake. So shouldn't you
Yeah,
name the ship?
I might be bad at naming things. Maybe. I don't know. I've never named a thing before.
Wings of Faith.
You didn't name Inari?
I mean, I did name Inari. I mean, sure.
That's a pretty
yes.
good name.
Yeah.
And Nari's kind of is out, and she kind of looks up at you and gives you a kind of a look.
I named you well. I did.
Oh, and if you pick her up and throw her, then she's in airy.
Let's not do that, though.
That's just mean. I don't think you
Inari,
should do that.
Inari wanders over to Aom and just lifts their leg casually.
Rude. Don't.
Inari.
Complain all you want, you can't unpiss your leg.
Inari
Be
walks
nice, Inari.
That could be the name of the ship, too.
Inari.
In airy.
in airy. God.
Okay, I
It's
take
a
that
little
back.
on the nose.
I'm okay at naming things. I
I'm
think Aeon
okay
might be
naming
bad at naming
things.
things.
We'll take.
All of a sudden, he's like, no,
Time.
I'm fine. We'll do it.
We need to figure a lot of things out logistically, especially for a ship like that. We need to know what all the ship is capable of. I want to say your engineer friend said she wanted to take a look aboard, and well, we actually get to know the ship's internal workings a bit, see what she's capable of.
If anyone
she's
can
on.
do it, if anyone can do that, it's Rami.
I believe you.
As you guys are kind of like having this discussion, looking out of the dock, you can see that directly in the berth across from you that the black ship is docked there. And Rami comes walking up, and she's got a bag over her shoulder, another a huge duffel bag hanging from her right hand. The bag over her shoulder jangles, and it's like made of heavy leather, so you think that's probably her toolkit. And Renara says, "So what am I doing? What am I doing?"
You mentioned that you wanted to take a look at the engine and that black ship to see what it was capable of.
I also wanted to see, how much damage was done to it, how much repairs you might need to get done, and we definitely need to do something about the all black. It's a little bit recognizable.
I absolutely agree. Yeah, it's a bit conspicuous.
I was gonna say morbid.
Oh, morbid. No, I kind of nods at Lex and is like, "There's that too. I went through that phase already. I don't need to paint my face black anymore. The coal under the eyes.
Yeah, it's a look.
Listening to
Val
really bad
turns to
chamber
them-
music. Ugh.
Val turns to them both, eyes completely blacked out. We resent that. Eyes go back to normal.
Yeah, but it looks good on you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And not everyone gets the shadows around them too. That's a very good accessory. It complements the look.
Thanks. I can't actually see what it looks like to myself, so it's good. That's good feedback. It's good feedback to get.
She kind of looks around and says, "So, as per the commander's, the captain's orders, and Jägerhorn's commands, you can pull supplies from the loggers here. I will check on the systems on the ship. I don't know. I'm assuming that they came from off planet. So the Aether should be fairly well reserved, but we may need to take her out to collect some Aether if we don't have it well stocked. Because I don't know what the status of the batteries are, and I know they were firing a lot when they were attacking the town. So I don't know how bad they depleted the batteries.
That's fair.
And as you know, as the schoolboy knows, Aether does not pool well inside near the planet. You have to go farther away to actually gather Aether. So
That's
Well,
going
if
to be an
you're-
adventure.
If you're going to be joining us as the ship's engineer, I'll trust your guidance on it.
at least as far as Ayla.
At least as far as Ayla. Whoever we can find that can take over from you, will hopefully be able to glean as much knowledge as they can from you.
I will do my best to see you. If anyone comes on that can possibly do the job, I will make sure I run them through the paces first, and I'll give you my seal of approval one way or the other. But
Thank you, Ren.
no problem whatsoever. You're already doing me a great service in return, so that's the very least that I could do. But I wanted to also bring up the fact that the Lord Jaegerhorn asked me to once again express that a ship of that caliber with a command crew of your caliber would be an amazing asset to add to the fight against the invaders.
We will fight the invaders wherever we come across them. That's not a question.
I'm just the messenger. And Jaegerhorn understands what your personal mission is and the importance therein. But as a possible vital resource in a fight that's already desperate, he would not, or they would not feel they have done due diligence for the people of the Spindle if they did not ask again.
Of course, and I cannot speak for everyone, but we will do our best to pursue and complete our primary mission, and then should you still have need of us, we will return to lend aid to this fight. But we have a feeling that our mission may do more aid to the actual fight at hand than us actually just straight joining the fight.
I highly doubt us strengthening the Mistmother and her defenses coming back online is going to become unnoticed by those who have taken advantage of her absence. It is actually very likely that as we go through this, their current conquest will no longer be their focus. We will be. So having a ship of that caliber could definitely help.
She nods and looks around all of you and says, well, in that case, I know a couple of places we can go in town to try and get some actual able-bodied seamen in order to try and start filling out your crew. We're gonna need at least 24 crew and at least half a dozen's tops. And then I'm going to assume that you're going to want to run individual gun stations and not run chain gun stations, which basically, for those of you who don't know, means that, technically the captain can fire all the guns at one time, but they're not really well targeted. It's more like kind of you just fire all the guns off and hope it hits something. But with individual gun crews, the gun crews get to do the targeting. But that indicates that you have to have multiple gun
crew to do that.
Yeah. So, and this ship has lots of guns.
Yes, it do.
It was a pirate vessel before it was anything else. So there's a lot of guns to be manned. And that means that, you have to look at this as a full crew if you want to have the gun decks manned. Let's see how many guns there is per deck. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 guns per deck. And I think there's 2 gun decks. Yeah, there's 2 gun decks. There's the lower deck and there's the low deck, there's the main deck, and then that is basically 24 guns. and each gun crew is 2-person. So that basically means that you have 24 gunners by themselves. It's a lot.
Each gun crew is 2 people?
Gun crew is 2 people. Now, of course, you can have, as with almost every single crew, men are trained to run multiple stations. But when the ship starts taking damage, you're going to need crew to actually be able to run in those stations that they're originally manned for. Like your boat's right is going to have to be available. Your engineer is going to have to be available. They can't man gun crews. Your tops men and your tops people, they're going to have to be available. So that's out of the initial 24 I said you need to run this thing on a skeleton. You have literally taken out half a dozen of them. Now you have enough room in the ship to probably house about 50 or 60 sailors. But that means you're going to also have to feed 50 or 60 sailors.
Yeah.
And that means that you're going to have to pay 50 or 60 sailors.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing.
And
Okay.
This isn't something to just throw money at. Ships are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Even pirate vessels take time to upkeep.
Now, I will say this, after having, seen it perform, I know that the vessel is at least well maintained from an engineering standpoint, because the ship can move and the ship is, absolutely intact, which means that there's probably going to be nothing wrong with it on the engineering side. I do know that as a pirate vessel, they do not have a lot of space for actual cargo, because of the fact that they're mainly, theft, and then they sell right away at the nearest illicit port. So it's mainly the ship is truly mainly guns, engines, and crew quarters, with a very small hold.
Means we're going to be able to pack a punch.
You're going to be able to pack a punch, but you're not going to be able to store much, and you're not going to be able to really run that far. Oh, one of my deck maps got messed up. Sorry, not run that far, but run take that much of a beating.
Yeah, there's that to think about.
Which means we're going to want to be fast. If we can do hit and run tactics.
That's what they mainly did.
Paying for the crew and supplies is going to be tricky, even if we have the funds for it. Things like
But
that
why?
rack up. Because you do not have all the money in the world, and funding a ship, paying the crew, supplies, and expenses are not cheap.
I have a lot of money in the world. I have a lot of it. That can make it done.
Remy says, well, if you can fund this, then that takes care of a lot of it out of it, but we have an entire government that sometimes has trouble meeting the payroll of our navy, but that's lots of ships. So
This
is just one
many
ship.
versus one.
This is one ship.
all right. Well, I'm gonna head over to the ship. If anyone's coming with, they can come with. Afterwards, we'll head down to some of the bars and see who's up and able. And I'll check in with the harbor master and see if there's any officers available. I don't know if any of you have ever commanded a vessel. I know Drake has history, but I don't know if any of the rest of you have any history with commanding on a vessel. So
I've commanded an audience. Does that count?
I guess. I mean, I wouldn't put you in for the bosun, but
Probably not. No, probably shouldn't.
have you beaten a man unconscious with a stick before?
Yes.
Yes.
As a matter of discipline and not vengeance.
No.
Well, that's just mean.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's necessary.
Did you actually say that?
Yeah.
Air?
No.
Okay. Because I heard you go, yeah.
We think we'd rather scare them in shape.
So she says maybe Lex can be the bosun as long as they don't, like, you know, kill anybody. Oh, who hasn't earned killing?
How does one earn killing?
Usually by killing another member of the crew or by disobeying direct orders.
Endangering the rest of the crew, stealing from the rest of the crew.
Military discipline is usually very rigid. So disobeying a direct order given, especially in any type of action situation, is usually a court-martialable offense, and at the very least you get kicked off the boat. At the very worst,
I'm gonna die if Drake's captain. Like,
if you,
I'm
at
gonna
the very
disobey so many orders.
worst, you get kicked off the boat while it's still in the air.
I'm not like some military commanders. I'm not going to give orders that is going to purposely endanger the crew.
No,
Remy,
I just
Remy
want
kind of
to
looks at you and is just like, "Can we vote for another captain?"
be
A
like,
captain's job is to understand that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and that sometimes people have to be ordered to sacrifice themselves in order to save everyone else.
Which is why you seek volunteers before you give them orders to. Those who are willing to sacrifice themselves in order to save others are more than welcome
If you think there's time
to.
for parliamentary procedure and drawing straws in the middle of combat, you've never been in combat.
Which is why you get to know your people. You get to know the people who would be willing to do so.
If you had a crew you've been working with forever, we're going to go pull some guys out of a bar.
Drake, would trust the woman who has been on ships for a good deal of time, particularly military ships. It's kind of her thing. I mean, artificery is more her thing, but she's done it on ships, so I would trust her is what I'm saying. I would trust her.
so is Remy our captain then?
Remy kind of looks around and was like, absolutely not.
So is Drake our captain then?
That's up to you all. I don't own the ship.
So is
Let's-
Utopia our captain then?
Oh no, I would be terrible at this.
But it's your ship, technically.
Is there a role for the person who just gives the money to the ship but doesn't actually
It's called the owner.
run
The
ship?
finance.
Okay, then I can do that.
Benefactor.
Money bags.
Yes.
Sponsor, patron.
Yes, sponsor.
Patron.
Ooh,
Sugar mama.
patron sounds fancy. I like that.
Platinum delivery system.
Platinum delivery system.
But no, I can't do disciplining people. No, that's mean. I understand that it's necessary, but I'm also not very smart. I wouldn't know when to.
When
I
a
don't
beating
know
is required.
No, well, I also don't know how the ship works.
No.
So
Beatings will continue until morale improves.
No, that's Lex's job.
I
You
wasn't-
always
Camille
hope.
kind of like shoves you, Utopia, and she says, "Look, I don't think that Remy's saying
Camille
you
for
have.
captain.
I don't think you. Remy is saying that you have to beat the shit out of people to get them to do what you want." And she looks at Drake and she says, "I don't think she means that you have to order people to go commit suicide all the time. I think what she's saying is that there is a certain.
It's up to your discretion.
No, that there is a certain way that a ship runs, and that is usually not a democracy. It's not votes. You have a chain of command. People give orders. The orders come down the chain, and you do what you're told, or you get in trouble.
I didn't vote for this system.
No one really votes for this system. It's because the ship can be in a horrible situation at any moment, and it needs a system that works without thought.
Someone
The
needs
thought
to be able
is-
to make the hard decisions and make the call and be willing to accept the downfalls of it should they fail.
Absolutely.
That is the one curse of being a ship captain.
And
Your
it's
The
inevitable
ship's
death.
failure
I think I
is your
have enough
failure as
curses
well.
right now. I don't think I need another one.
I mean, Camille kind of looks around and is like, you guys need to decide who's going to be calling the shots. It's not a fun job. I mean, I've worked in plenty of houses as a servant, and you know, it's really kind of it's nice not to have to think, but it's also very frustrating not having a say in what happens because you're just getting orders. So there's always going to be a level of resentment. It all depends on how they're running the ship and who's running the ship. I don't know really what else to say about it, but I mean,
Can we write like names on paper and just put them in a box?
I don't think that'd be the best idea. I think you guys really need to
Probably.
think about it and decide.
The worst idea, yeah.
Let's take our time with this and not try
Oh
to
no, I
rush it.
didn't mean like we take a name out of
There's
the box.
also
and then,
another
like,
thing you
count
can
the
do.
names in the box.
Camille's saying this. There's also another thing you can do. You can try and hire somebody to be the captain.
Oh.
But when the ship's out, the captain's in charge and the owner doesn't even get to make calls. The only thing the owner can do is fire the captain when they get back to dock.
This is true.
And Remy kind of says, I have no idea about that. I haven't served in much merchant navy.
I would say Val.
What?
Sorry, that was just Ray. That was not Camille or Remy.
I would say Val. He's smart. He's good at dealing with people. He's been here since the beginning. He knows the full scope of the situation. He's skilled at fighting, and it leaves space for all the rest of us to do what we're good at. I mean, Drake could fly the ship, right? So he needs to be doing that. How many people are able to fly this?
I mean, Remy says, it all depends. I can technically fly it. I'm just not as adept. Oddly enough, you want someone who is physically adept. You want someone who is a great athlete, or someone who has features and abilities that give them a strong constitution or a great agility, because the ship literally responds to you as if you were the ship.
Sounds like Drake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've flown one before. Smaller,
Exactly.
much faster. It becomes an extension of oneself.
And
Are you
you
talking about the
really-
one that you crashed, or is there a different one?
I think all of the above.
Oh,
all
yeah.
the above.
There's
I
a
vote
thing with
Alpha
these kind of
Captain then.
ships. Psionics. Psionics allow you to connect with the ship a little bit more. I don't want to say intimately, because that's going to come across as odd. But it wouldn't
But more
entirely be
intimately.
inaccurate.
We definitely have the psionics down to a science.
And Remy says, and it's definitely a mental. It's an odd combination of a mental aspect and a physical aspect. You have to have the ability to connect to it mentally, but from what I understand, from my knowledge, and from having designed the actual connection devices, it's not necessarily reliant on psionics, because anyone can connect to it. But then it's more reliant on the skills of the individual, and it translates your physical skills through the connection into the physical skills the boat will have relative to its size and demeanor and engine strength. Like, if this was a huge clunky cargo freighter, then it would not be nearly as responsive no matter how skilled you were. But this is not a cargo freighter, this is a fucking gunship. So it's going to be like an athlete. So you want someone with those capabilities to pilot it. You want someone with those capabilities to pilot any ship, because you want them to be able to respond as best they can with whatever they have available. The good thing about the black ship is that it is exactly what it seems to be, and that is an assault boat. It's designed to move fast, it's designed to hit hard.
And vanish into the mists.
Exactly. With a good chunk of your cargo.
Hmm.
All right, so Val for captain, Drake for pilot, and Lex for bosun.
Oy.
Then you still need a few more positions. You need a first mate, second mate, you need a gunner's mate. We can fill those out of regular sailors, and you know, maybe we can find a Caldoran gunner because they're amazing. But other than that, you know, we can go ahead and make up the rest of those positions out of crew if you like. If any of you, the rest of you want to take any officers' positions, you can.
I'm chaplain.
That is a position on the
God.
boat. That is a position on the boat. It's
Perfect.
often, oddly enough, it's often taken up by the bosun.
Oh.
It
I'm
can be
taking your other
it can
job,
be a
Lex.
completely separate position.
That's fine.
Perfect.
Only thing I would request: no saluting.
It's
Sir,
your
yes,
ship.
sir.
It's your ship.
I will put a knife through your hoof, and you will
No
feel
nerve
phantom
endings in it.
pains for the next 5 years.
I will take
He's
From
going to be
getting
a great
used
pilot.
to the saluting. That's going to be weird.
But I just learned how to do it.
Then you can do it all you want.
Perfect, thank you.
Someone voted in chat for air for captain because chaos.
Helen.
Thank you, Cal.
Wrong kind of
I will
boat
be
for
a
that.
great captain. I'm so glad you all have support in me. Or belief. Yeah, belief.
A belief. All right, so we got off to a late start tonight, so we're kind of running late anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start. If I didn't cancel the last one. Hang on one second. Ignore what's happening right now in chat. My wife did not win anything except for my eternal love.
Aw. I want that
And-
too. Is
Oh,
that an
you
option?
have that. You have that.
Yay.
Boom. And I am starting the timer for the giveaway, for the raffle tickets for the giveaway. For the next 20 minutes, all you have to do is type !devil in chat, and you will get a raffle ticket to win the mini of the month, which is this week is this sexy badass in his throne as Medeus. I still gotta look up which plane of hell he was prince of, but he is the devil prince of hell. He is the prince of lust. He is the prince of deals and bargains. He is not a nice man, but he will be your daddy. So you guys just put in the keyword in the chat, and you will be able to put into the raffle for the chance to win this amazing mini. And like I said, the printers are coming back online because I got my screen back, and I'm very, very happy. And we're gonna get all that taken care of. In the meantime, we got a lot of people already putting in the chat. Excellent. Do you guys want to take the 15-minute break real quick?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Because I actually ran out of drink, and I need some more to drink. So we're going to take a 15-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back in 15, and then we will be jumping right back into it, as our people are going to have to try and find crew for this. Oh, actually, we're going to take a tour of the ship, and then our people are going to have to find crew for it. So we will see y'all in a bit.
It's gonna be like that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Someone has to
Which
go look
one?
at the line so they can ask the question to everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Cotton's parrot. Same question. All right, we're back in 15 minutes, guys. So we'll be back at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Just,
I can
Oh,
always
I
find the
got-
button.
I
You
got a
tried to
tiny
type
ass
thunderstorm of a
player.
phrasing the other day.
I don't know if you
Look,
can
look,
hear it. My
look,
wife just
look.
cackled.
Button.
No, button I'll give you, but thunderstorm I'm
See?
still not giving
See?
you.
Thunderstorm. Sorry,
Does-
what?
wait,
What?
I need
So
some
I was supposed to know
explanation.
how I wanted it to just freaking thunderstorm already.
Yeah,
and
I
Sam
need
goes
context for that
phrasing.
one.
And
Okay,
I'm
you
just
can't
like,
just say phrasing for everything.
and I'm like, what do you? How is that a phrasing? I didn't say the other part that I thought of later, which was unless that's the name of M's vibrator, there's no
Period.
phrasing there.
Nice.
What do you think I was
Oof.
talking about?
Oh, man.
I mean, it's better than Booming Blade.
Oh, we are back on stream.
Yes, we've been back on the stream ever since I yelled I can find the button.
Your mom.
I have broken lists. I win.
And Mila found your mom, as well as your kneecaps, but she was nice enough to leave those intact.
Yes, I was nice.
Indeed.
Ray's like, fuck you.
He gets to borrow them for another year.
Sam, I only have one thing to say.
By the time a year goes by, my kneecaps are going to be degenerated so far, I'm going to be like, just take them.
But they'll be titanium.
They'll be
Hopefully
titanium.
the next
I'm
time.
taking the titanium ones.
In that case, I'll save the receipt and be like, you owe me this much.
Yeah. That was the benefit of my dad doing it in Canada. It was all free, but it's like really expensive. It's like close to $100,000. Like if you were to get it paid for, or like you have to pay for it.
Oh God, yes. It's. I don't even want to think about how much that would be, but yeah.
Yeah.
All
No,
right,
just come to Canada.
Come to Canada. Come to Canada.
We have free healthcare.
Yeah, you remember a few months ago we were thinking about it.
I literally, I will die if you live here of happiness.
Of happiness.
But I will die.
No, air will just drop
Yeah,
the minute you cross the border.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I can say right now that the only reason that we're even, well, number one, there's always potential we may move because of my work. Number two, the other thing is that the main reason we're staying here is because of the fact that we're building the business and everything like that, and I have family here, etc., etc. Texas is not exactly the place anyone wants to be right now, I don't think. So it's a lot. But we looked into moving to Canada. We discovered that the housing prices, when we first looked up there, we're like, oh my God, these houses are so expensive. And then we realized all the price listings were in Canadian.
It's true.
And we converted them into US dollars, and they were much more reasonable, but still expensive. Don't get me wrong. The housing market in Canada is kind of crazy. And then we looked into what we'd have to do to immigrate, and they've made it a lot harder.
Really?
Yeah, they put a lot of restrictions on immigration to Canada now. My job would technically get me into Canada, but they'd have to sponsor me on a visa, and they're not going to do that because I'm already where they want me to be.
True. Wow. I did not know this.
Yep. And they're always worried about sending people who live in Canada now, because Canada was very quick to close their borders during the last surge. So they don't want to have people trapped in Canada where they can't bring them in for their jobs here. So it's a long thing, and we've talked too much about it now. So it's
sorry.
Back to the it's okay. I got sidetracked, and I got derailed, and no one railed me back in. So
Amazing.
I'm waiting.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from break, and obviously still scattered as we ever were. You guys were getting ready to head down to the ship, the black ship. As you're walking, what was that?
I said, excuse me.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else. Like, what? I don't get what you're saying.
Oh wait, who said it?
Sam.
Oh, Sam. The
Oh,
appropriate
thank you,
beverage
Sam.
the appropriate beverage for a ship's captain.
Nice.
Your mother?
What?
Yes.
That was actually,
Yes.
oddly enough,
Always your
that crash was not thanks to slobs or OBS. That crash was brought to you by Stream Deck.
Your mom.
No, not your mom.
Your mom.
My mom is kind of evil, but you know, she's also got dementia, so leave her alone. That's mean.
I was about to say, I hope she's still with us, and I hope she's doing great.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing great. She meets new and interesting people every
Dementia
single day,
makes it difficult. Yeah.
including my dad.
Yeah.
So hi guys, how y'all doing? We're back.
Emotional, damn it.
Emotional kick to the crotch. She can though. What? Oh, sorry.
Courtesy of your mom.
Courtesy of your mom. Bum bum bum. Let's let everyone get back into chat real quick. Populate the chat. Populate the chat.
Populate. Yes. Populate the stream.
Populate the stream.
Do it. Mitosis.
Mitosis.
Oh, my toes is.
My
Shut
toes is.
Shut up. I was mid-drink. Shut up.
Oh no, my toes is.
Oh no, my brain. Fuck you.
Oh no. Okay. Whew. Okay.
I love you, Mila. Never change, please.
Okay.
Oh,
I
that's
think
funny
we're
as
good.
shit.
I think we're good.
I sent a tweet out saying basically, you know, that just doing the streams back up. You know, for all our crashes, I should make up a separate tweet that says, you know, oh, we're back.
Yeah.
But you know, I set up a stream that says, you know, just saying game's back, and then fucking, oh, my stripes are high. But then the fucking
Hello.
the image on the tweet was the crash screen, so it was very fucking appropriate.
Nice.
Oh, hydrate. Curse you, sudden yet inevitable tech issues. Yeah, we're just back from a crash, Meister. How you been? So you guys were walking down to take a tour of the black ship. Let me see if I can crash the stream again.
No.
I didn't.
Damn
Damn
it.
it.
We're not trying to break things.
I'm totally trying to break things.
When you said you were going to burn the world down, we did not mean turn it down production side.
I always, how else are you gonna burn it down if you don't burn down production side? Damn it.
I mean,
Senate?
there are other avenues.
No,
Which
no,
burn
I don't believe in
the world.
avenues.
What about
I
streets?
believe in lanes and
Roads?
roads, not avenues.
Roads?
Avenues
No.
are imaginary.
Where we're going, party, we don't need
roads.
What about alleyways?
Alleyways are fictional places where bad things happen.
What about Mist?
Mist is the only thing that's eternal.
Perfect.
Other than your mom.
Oh,
I mean, the mist could be our mom.
She is the Mistmother.
The mother,
she is
though.
indeed the ultimate mom.
oh,
The Mistmother.
Mist
it's-
mommy.
We all just see Mist, and it's like,
Oh,
mommy.
It's
I think well, that'll be a
See-
first. That'll be a first for Drake, an actual mother figure in his life.
Oh,
her depictions are kind of sections. Does that make her the Mist MILF?
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
I
broke the brain.
Yes.
Yes!
Broke the
Sphinx
brain.
wins!
Fatality.
It's fatality.
Flawless.
but I was just trying to make a sweet
Bill
motherly character and torture her.
That's rude.
Well, now
So when
she
do
gets
we
to
get
meet
to meet
Drake
the Mist
pseudo
MILF?
mom.
When we
Take
meet the
the
Mist
brain.
MILF,
Yeah.
I don't know, but for some reason I want Ivy to come guest star as her.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
That's
So
okay.
we've got like despair sort of and like grief in the Night
Where's
Mother.
Lust at?
And we've
Where's
got
Lust
rage. So which is like the hot one?
At? Where's Lust at? Where's she
Yeah.
at?
Where's
Well,
where's
you guys,
the where's
you keep forgetting the Night Mother is grief and sorrow, but also
Yeah.
hope.
yeah. So where's the hot one?
I don't know.
So
It's
where's
totally
the one?
rage.
Where's the Smash'emo one?
So,
I mean,
so
yeah.
what you're saying is the goth version of the god of this universe isn't the hot one?
Is it the hot one?
Mila, take that back.
You're so right. Actually, you're so
At
right,
this
girl
point,
boss.
we need-
I would like to
at this
roll
point,
to
we do
smash
need
the
Ivy.
Rage Mother.
The Rage Mother?
I'd like to roll to
Somebody
smash the
quote
Rage
that.
Mother.
Somebody quote that.
Oh,
Please.
smash the Rage Mother.
I'd like to smash the Rage Mill.
Here for that. Here for it. I want this for us.
You don't smash the Rage MILF. The Rage MILF smashes you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Al has his hand on Utopia's
Glory,
back. I'm so
glory,
proud of you.
People are Halloween.
Oh God.
What was it with that one video? Dead by Snoop Stew.
That's
Dead by
right. Snooze, snooze.
I don't think we're going to be playing a game today.
Are you?
I don't think we're going to get anything.
We're fine.
Hey,
We're fine.
Ray,
We're
Are you
fine.
having fun wrangling your cat?
Moving on.
Oh, you guys think that this is like something untowards? I am down with this. All right, so you guys are making your way over to the black ship. As you do so, there is kind of like the gangplank is out. There is two guards at the end of the gangplank, but you see like no crew on the ship whatsoever. As Remy comes, as they cross over, there's not a lot of damage on the ship. You can see where the dragon was holding on to the side of the ship because there's huge rents of claw marks in the deck and everything like that. You see that there is a bunch of scattered personal items, like there's still like swords laying on the deck and everything like that. The deck guns, the guns that are on the main deck here, they're all basically visible. Some of them were obviously destroyed when the dragon hit the side of the ship, but most of them are still perfectly intact. There is there's the main deck, and there is the aft deck, and they're basically the piloting orb is on the aft deck. The main deck has the actual visuals points, and it has the chase guns on it. So, and the chase guns are pretty much forward-facing guns that are designed to, get the rare shot where you can get across the T. But other than that, there is a ton of still cargo laying around. In the underneath the main the foredeck, there is a cargo hold. On the aft deck, there's actually underneath the aft deck is where there's actually the kitchen is located and the galley is located, and both those decks have access to the lower decks going down below. Pretty much, it looks like all the bodies were probably policed off the ship already, because you know that a lot of people died.
Right.
So, she starts going downstairs. She checks the mainsail up here, and she's checking all the connections and everything like that. And she says there's very little damage structurally. It's pretty much intact.
That's good.
I mean, and she kind of looks over at Drake and says, I mean, I'll wait for a Totsman to go up and give me an actual evaluation of how the foil sails are. She says, but as far as the actual cabling wiring here, it looks good. She is a 3-mast, but it's a main central mast and an aft and fore masts, which are mainly just there for a little bit of added collection. She's nowhere near as big as the Lady Harpy, but she's not meant to be. She's also not meant to go into a toe-to-toe fight with a ship like the Lady Harpy. Right. In fact, you would stay the fuck away from a ship like the Lady Harpy.
Noted.
But all that being said, for what she is and what she's designed to do, I mean, they were pirates. They knew what they were doing. It's also designed to be run on a skeleton crew if need be. So it's set out as best the layout you can for what you guys are hoping to do as quickly as possible, because you might not be able to get a full crew. Because I'm going to go down to the engines and the main batteries and do some evaluating on them. I will see what the cells are right now and see how much energy we have. And then I'll let you know whether or not we need to take her outside into the Aether, or if we can afford to go straight to Ayla first.
Okay.
For the skeleton crew, how many do we need?
Probably about 20, 25. 25 would be optimal. Half crew is skeleton crew on a ship like this, just because of the amount of guns. Unless you only want to run like one gun deck, then you can take that down.
Probably 30 then, just to be safe.
30.
Drake, with your expertise on that, I'd like to put you in charge of handling the skeleton crew, or handling the location of the skeleton crew.
It's not unheard of for a navigator to also be the first mate, so.
Well, there you go, pilot. You're also my first mate.
Alrighty.
She says, you might want to go and check the captain's quarters for navigation and see what they have. The orbs usually have their last few trips in them, but it's not like unlimited storage, so it's not going to have every single trip, and you have to basically put the navigation where you want to go into the orbs for long distance. That way other pilots can just check in and check coordinates and make sure you're still going in the right direction. Other than that, I mean, take a look around. Berths are on the bottom deck. Like I said, you got forward cargo hold, you've got a lower cargo hold on the bottom deck. The main deck is mainly up here is the gun deck. The deck below this is engineering and gun deck, and then the bottom deck is the actual cruise quarters.
Right.
And they actually have beds. I mean, they can. It's definitely set to be hung with hammocks, but there's actually beds. So.
Standard beds. Nice. That'll be good. A lot less
Flight of the
Tossing
Drinking
and-
Eater.
turning and what have you.
Personally, I prefer the hammocks.
Well,
You'll go tumbling out of those if things get too rough. Hammocks will just roll and you'll be fine.
Val clasps a hand on Drake's shoulder. Well, you're also insane, number one.
Sane people don't
Wait,
live long.
Drake, I have a question.
What is it?
Could you sleep on like a wall or a ceiling because of your climbing abilities?
Sadly not.
No.
I need to maintain focus and actually maintain grip, which would unfortunately mean I'd have to be awake to do that. I can't
Okay.
subconsciously just stick myself somewhere.
Okay,
He's
I
not
was
like
just
a
wondering.
hippo.
Camille
That would
gets-
be handy.
Camille's like, so you stick to walls and roofs?
And he's literally just like making sure the boots are active. He's literally just gonna walk up and literally stand upside down on the seal. If they're inside of the
You-
ship, literally walk up the seal,
Or you
walk
can
up
just
the
walk
wall,
up the mast instead of climb up it.
I was gonna say,
Yep.
yeah, I could just walk up the mast.
and then they just turn around and look directly at her. Yes. Helps with rigging. Helps with getting to places that people won't expect. Because no one ever looks up.
And Camille kind of says, even on a ship?
Even on a ship.
Unless the enemy ship is above us, and then looking up would
Then
be
they look
a
down.
thing.
Just walk back down the mast.
And she's like,
Aeom starts like picking up the swords and stuff that are just laying around. This
Yep.
is a safety hazard.
he says,
It also means that's less supplies we have to look into. Weapons for the crew.
one thing
Yeah,
you
I'd
know,
like to have someone take a look at the whatever cargo is left on the ship and see what's salvageable.
Okay, so you go forward and you can see that there's a cargo hold right beneath the 4 staircases that go up to the foredeck, and underneath there is quite a bit of cargo. It looks like it's mainly like foodstuffs, supplies. There is some stuff that looks like it might have been stuff that was taken from other ships. Mainly it's goods. Like there is a crate that is full of looks like pretty valuable silks. There is another couple of barrels of wine that look like they're like, and it doesn't look like, this cheap grog that they keep on the ship for the crew. It's like got a vineyard's name stamped on it and everything like that, so it's probably pretty expensive wine.
Save that for the crew.
Save that for the crew.
Agreed.
For the crew or from the crew. And there
Yeah.
is another area where there is a bunch of boxes piled up on top of what looks to be a very large chest.
Ooh.
What is that, I wonder?
We
Well,
shouldn't
always-
touch it.
It's like,
Remember
I know
what
one
happened
way.
last time?
The last
But-
chest we tried to touch,
We don't
yeah.
touch it.
Well, that's why
Yeah.
you don't touch it from close up. Just lay it out and just
And
flex the blade into the edge of the chest.
Well, the chest is
I
covered in
could've just-
boxes.
It's like,
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and start like.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch
moving-
the boxes either. I don't even trust
Mage
those.
can't move the boxes.
too
Oh,
heavy.
is that heavy?
These boxes are about 2 foot wide by about 3 foot tall.
Okay, I'll test them with the Mage Hand. Yep, too heavy. Call it back.
We'll need to
Um,
get a quartermaster in that case to help sort some of these out, figure out what we have, figure out what we need.
Wait, we're just gonna make a random stranger touch the chest instead of us?
If it's anyone, it probably should be us as opposed
Should be
to
us.
some random stranger. I agree.
Want me to do it?
If you can move the boxes
Um,
away, at least so I have a clear shot, I can figure out if anything trapped.
Utopia's gonna raise
Yeah.
her hand and be like, if you want to.
If you want
Like-
to.
You want to?
I'm gonna fair warning. We're a little jumpy about this. The last chest we touched happened to be a mimic.
It
Yeah.
ate me.
Well, then maybe it'd probably be better once we clear the space for the chest for me to pick it out. I am rather good with traps.
So Lex
Are
moves
you
the box.
good at detecting? Yeah, and then Drake can handle the chest itself.
Row.
Are you good with mimics, Drake?
Just as he twists your finger up, the psychic blade manifests. I can hit it from a distance to reveal if it's a living thing or not.
I will leave it to you, number one.
All right, so who's moving the boxes off the top?
Lex will move the boxes.
All right. You pull the boxes off the top of the chest. When you move the last box off of the top of the chest pops 4 legs.
Yep.
And it stands up, and the roof of the lid of the chest opens up, and you see that the mouth of the chest is lined with teeth, and a huge tongue comes out, and it sits there and it's panting.
Wait.
Whack-a-mole.
Wait.
No,
don't
no,
hit it, don't hit it, don't hit it,
whack-a-mole.
don't hit it,
No,
don't hit it, don't hit it.
whack-a-mole.
Roll
No,
it.
I
wanted
was already-
Can I get the chest?
She was
I'm doing
already
interception.
braced for it.
I'm doing interception on Utopia.
It's like
No,
I'm going to
it's
try to
like
do
a
something.
ability.
The last
like-
time,
Oh wait, no, you have the
la-
fighter thing, don't you?
The last time we
Yeah.
dealt with this, there was a creature and it attached to
Utopia.
Sugash and it was eating him.
Right.
Utopia.
Hold up.
Utopia.
Hold up.
Let me try something first before we do anything, because it hasn't attacked yet. I'm just gonna use the psychic to create a link to the creature so we can communicate with it.
Okay, but it has to have an intelligence high enough to communicate, yes?
All it has to be able to do is be able to understand a language. It does not require you to be able to share a language.
I don't think animals understand language.
Let me see if
I
that
would-
works with mine.
Let's
I'm
see.
gonna do the
Yeah,
how to
mine-
train your
mine
dragon
blink-
thing and punch its
The
face.
chosen creatures can
doesn't
speak
really have a
telepathically
face.
with you, and you can speak telepathically with them as long as you're within 1 mile. You and the creature don't need to speak a common language to understand each other. There's
Okay,
nothing
then-
saying anything off
then
of
it can-
intelligence or anything.
It can
Yeah, I have
pump
the same
across the concepts, but it won't really be language.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm still doing
the
the how to
first,
train your dragon thing when I'm putting my hand on its
Aom, you do remember that the thing sticks to things like
They're
super glue.
sticky. What is wrong
It's not
with
gonna.
you?
It might not have a choice about that.
That's okay.
I'm ready
Yep.
to smash this
Seems
bitch.
cool.
And
I
remember,
know
just
why
like-
it
you're
wasn't
doing
actually.
this.
It wasn't actually biting. I think it was Sugash, or was it Grandpak?
Yeah.
It wasn't biting
It was
them.
one of
It was
them.
just absorbing them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so no touching.
It's like Utopia.
So it's
Let me work my
as
magic.
you reach out to it with your magic, the first thing you get is that it's hurt. The boxes were hurting it. It was trapped. It is relieved to be out from under the boxes. It doesn't know what's happening, and its name is Boo.
So he's just going to just out loud. He's saying, "Hello, Boo."
It begins
We
like
are
kind of
friends.
hopping around and running in a circle.
I want to pet the chest.
I'm touching it first. No.
It's like
Does,
we are
do you-
glad you're okay. Let's
It
see what we
seems
can
to
do.
be. It seems to be doing its best to keep its distance from everybody, but it's like kind of just like running around in circles.
I'm gonna give it a ration.
Huh? You just
I'm
throw
gonna
it a
give it a
ration?
ration. Yeah.
The ration kind of just like slaps onto the side of the box, and it sticks there, and then it kind of like ripples, and then the box kind of like ripples on the surface, and then the ration kind of soaks in, and then you hear a weird gurgling noise as Boo kind of sits down and looks like a box for a second, and then the lid of the box opens up and it burps.
Huh.
Ooh, you're adorable.
I think we now have a pet mimic. I'm
Yes, everyone.
confused as to how to feel about this.
This is Boo. This is actually a
Oh.
common thing on pirate ships. They're very good at storing things that are important and keeping them from out of the hands of either those with sticky fingers or enemies who may be coming to steal them.
I'm gonna go sit next to Boo. Boo, what do you have inside you that's important?
Boo kind of like does this weird thing and goes. You just see that the box kind of like squeezes in and goes out, and you hear this weird And then
Watch
there's this, and then a metal chest falls onto the ground.
It's like,
It's about
Boo?
half the size of Boo, and Boo actually goes like seems to deflate a little bit when it comes out.
Does Boo seem hurt at all?
Mm-mm. Boo seems very happy to have. You get a very sense, Drake, since you're in contact with it still, you get a sense of satisfaction because it's doing something it's supposed to.
it's like most nukes on board ships like this, their job is to protect the ship's greatest valuables, keep them out of the hands of those who would come to steal them, keep them out of the hands of crew who wish to.
Remy comes walking in.
Help
They're also
themselves.
trash disposals.
This as well. They can eat
We're
and
not
digest
getting
a
Boo
lot.
trash. He gets rations.
It's like
Oh.
actually,
It's
they actually
the
quite
leavings from
enjoy it.
dinner and stuff like that.
Oh,
Ale,
It
would you
keeps
like to be
track of
responsible for the mimic?
yes.
Many
done.
many just see
Such
them as
good care of
monsters.
Boo. Lex, come pet Boo with me.
Its name is Boo.
Its
Its name is Boo.
Don't
Name
touch
is
it.
Boo.
It's a Boo box.
What's a Boo
So-
bug?
It's
Raising
punishment.
the hammer again. Taking a hammer.
Sorry?
Oh, is that thing that they put
Pirates
people inside
disobey
sometimes?
orders and they get put in the Boo box.
Oh.
But this one seems very, very.
Well, we're not
friendly.
going to be disobeying orders, and I'm going to start stroking this.
No,
Yeah.
no, you can't touch a mimic anyway.
Too
They
late.
don't
I'm
have...
doing it anyways. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Um,
boy.
He's gonna just reach
you
out.
don't
He's
even
like,
get a-
do not.
You don't even
not
get a
eat
saving
them.
throw. You are automatically stuck to the box, and you're gonna take 2d6 acid damage.
Awesome.
Great.
It's like, Boo, can you please release them?
Boo doesn't even understand the question.
I'm gonna raise the hammer.
No.
Don't,
Not threaten Boo.
Yes.
Don't-
Do not threaten Boo. Boo just doing what Boos do.
Down the hammer.
Don't threaten
Down the hammer.
Boo.
Down the hammer. Down the hammer.
like-
It's okay. It's okay. They will
This
figure
is
this out.
something. This
It'll
is
be-
something
They
they
asked
need
for
to break out of. They did this. They need to
This
break
is
out
the
of it.
5
second
points of
time we've
acid
done this.
damage.
Okay.
Are you gonna try and pull your hand away?
Have we had a rest since the last?
Yes. No, you
We
should have
have.
all had a long rest.
Oh, good.
Are you gonna try and pull your hand away?
uh,
Or are you going to do
Probably
what you
should.
did
Take
last
2 more points of
time
acid
and
damage. It
just
took too long to
face
answer.
on it?
I
You
took
took
too long to
7
answer.
points. 7 points of acid damage as your skin
Total
is now
or-
dissolved and your fingers and muscle tissue are starting to be eaten as well. And Boo is making that gurgling noise again.
I'm gonna like pull my now dissolved hand from Boo.
You're
And, like,
going to
just
need to
slap
make
my
me.
hand.
You're going to need to make me a strength check.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, 1 second. Just gotta make sure. I have 69 health. Yes.
Nice. Oh, Boo did lousy.
Nice.
Boo did lousy.
Okay, Boo did lousy, but I don't have very good strength.
Boo doesn't
I'm
have the
going
greatest.
to-
strength,
Saving
I'm
throw or
gonna-
ability?
Huh?
Is it saving throw or?
It's a strength
Ability.
check. It's an
Okay.
opposed
I'm
ability
going
check.
to. I'm going to sing a light hum in Aelm's direction to give them a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
you're going to use the bardic inspiration now?
Is that D8 or
And
D?
you-
It's
Or
a
D6,
D.
sorry.
Is it D8 now?
It's a D8 now. Yeah.
Oh, and Jessica or D. Oh, wait. Yeah, Jessica lend a hand for you, Aim.
So that's a bless.
Uh huh. So you roll a D4 and the D8. Well, the D8's got you a 4, and the D4 has got you a 4. Wow. All right, so
Nice.
you went from a 7 to a what, 16?
15.
15. So you definitely beat Boo. You managed to pull your hand away. As you pull your hand away, like literally all the skin off of your palm, the front of your fingers comes off.
I'm
And
gonna.
you
gonna-
have muscle
come here, Aelm.
tissue just exposed and everything like that.
Come here, Aelm.
And that's
Walk
why
over
you
to
don't
Al.
pet the mimics.
I'm gonna put my hand, put their hand in mine,
Boo is
and
sitting
I'm
there
gonna
doing that
cast.
rumble thing.
List.
And
It's
then
like,
goes,
Lex, you might want to remove your hand.
I'm gonna cure serious wounds at 4th level.
Whoa.
He only took what?
I know.
11 points.
12.
12 points.
24 points of healing for you.
All right. So yeah, the skin grows back over your hands magically, and but the skin on the palm of your hands is pink and shiny new. No more
Ooh.
calluses.
Oh, that's not good.
Maybe we figure out like a stick with a hand on it or something to
It'll eat that too. They can't help it.
Anything
Well,
organic.
you can eat the stick. That's fine, but as long as I can touch him and let him know that he's cared for.
Who's rolling
What
what
a-
now?
I rolled my to pull off.
Oh, did you take? I didn't know you petted. I'm sorry.
Yes, Lex also pet it.
Okay,
Lex was
so
also petting it.
Lex, you take.
Don't have a brain cell
took
between us.
4 points of acid damage. Did you leave your hand on it as long as Aeon did, or did you pull it off right away?
No, they probably left it on as long
I
as
feel like
am
you left
did.
it longer. Probably.
a little bit longer, yeah.
So you took 4 more points of acid damage,
Oh, boy.
and finally, since you left it longer, you took 9 points. So you took a grand total of 17 points of acid damage.
All right, making another. Lex, come here, Lex.
Does
Lex is just like, I've had worse injuries, honestly.
I know you have, but still.
And I
does
gotta
the
roll.
mimic change at
Boo's
all as
check.
this happens?
And you beat Boo in the strength check. What?
Does Boo
20
change
points
at
of
all
healing.
during this?
Mm-mm.
As he's
It just makes
consuming our
happy little
flesh.
gurgling noises because it's eating
Aw.
you.
Okay.
It's like
20 points of healing for Lex.
Utopia. Interesting thing about these creatures, they're not exactly very bright. They are very, very simple. This is not something
You
they
take
can
that
help.
back.
They are not malicious creatures.
They're
Lex leans over to
hungry.
him. How dare you talk about us like
It's
this?
so rude.
So
It's like
rude.
I'm talking about the mimic, not you.
Yes. And how will you talk about our crew? Boo is a valued member of our ship.
It's true.
Every time anyone says boo, it like perks up.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and like kind of like try and pet underneath like the underside of Boo, kind of like could you
Yeah,
please
maybe I
scratch
can
it?
give pressure. When the underside of what exactly? Because it's still a box.
The underside of the box.
Oh, okay.
The box.
You're
You
not
should-
trying to give it a handy
That's
guy.
phrasing.
So
Also
you-
phrasing.
You see, also
Val is petting
phrasing.
the underside of the box.
So
I'm, like,
you
doing
go
the
to,
whole,
you
like,
start
like, sticking the
scritching
chin.
under the box, and it reacts very oddly. At first, it kind of like jumps away from the hand, and then it comes over, and you see the box changes shape, and it changes from that chest that it was. It turns into what will be something interesting.
A coffin?
No, too big actually. No, this is a big chest. It turns into a carpenter's planer table. So it's like this big flat table that's got a blade in the top of it, and it kind of like looks. It looks like it's like crouched down, looking aggressively at the hand. And
It's
then
okay.
you make the hand go forward again.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Not gonna hurt you.
And it scratches it, and it's just like you scratch it, and it kind of like it stops and lets you scratch, and then you scratch more. It kind of just like leans into it,
There we go. There we go.
and as it's leaning into it, you see these little bubbles rise to the surface of the table and pop. And every time one pops, there's a little cooing noise.
There
It's
you
enjoying
are.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start
Yeah,
pushing
you just
like
misunderstood.
benches towards it till they touch it and it like starts absorbing, and I'm just gonna start pushing objects into the mimic.
It's like don't.
Are you just
You
going
can
to
simply ask it.
eat it randomly? Is that
Well,
what you're doing?
how will I make him bigger? He needs to grow
That's
up big and
not
strong.
how that works. You don't
it-
purposefully feed a mimic. Eventually, you'll get it too big, and it will continue
doesn't-
eating, and it
and
will
also-
devour the ship.
The mimic doesn't eat.
Can be the
It
shit.
eats. It likes living organics,
Oh.
like cooked meat and stuff like that. The dead wood it doesn't necessarily eat.
Oh.
That is
You need
exactly
prisoners.
why they are often used to store valuable things, because it is extremely hard to get to, such as this chest right here, which we probably need to double check it for traps and then check to see what's inside.
I'll leave that to you, number one.
Alrighty,
Did you just make
let's
such
inspect
a-
it.
Yes.
Second
the
time.
third time.
You go and
I thought
inspect it.
Twice.
I didn't see the first time.
It is a metal chest with a lock that's built into it, so there's no external lock, but there's a keyhole in the front of the chest. Is it smart
Alrighty.
enough? Unfortunately, mimics never get smarter that I know of.
Unless you were
No,
talking about the
it's-
horde mimic, but that's an entirely different beast
Or-
altogether.
Or you cast Awaken on it.
Oh my god!
Let's not create Mim Mim number 2.
I need to look
I
something
don't
up.
know if this world could survive it.
Let's awaken the mimic.
Yes.
No.
I will destroy the fucking mimic if you do that. We have enough problems.
I want to
now-
kill my
right now,
minded
the
Lex's
mimic
pet.
is harmless.
This is how
Right
they
now,
become
the
friends.
mimic-
They bond over the mimic.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Let's investigate
wow.
this chest, see if there's any traps, and then see what we can do to unlock it. Actually, what would I roll for that?
Dad?
If you're just inspecting it, you're gonna roll investigation check.
Alrighty, which means the lowest I can possibly roll is a 19.
If that's your passive, oh yeah, you still have
Yeah.
to roll though. If it's an active
Oh no,
check.
I automatically, because it is a skill I'm proficient in, I cannot roll below a 10.
Got it. So yeah, no, you have no problems. It's not trapped. It's just locked.
Oh, it even automatically does it. Sweet. So 19.
So yeah, you don't have any problems picking the lock.
Alrighty, let's pick that lock.
All right. The lock comes open very easily. Inside the chest, there is a stone, polished opal. There is a book, a ledger. There is a sack that it looks like it's made of chainmail. And there is also a smaller, like, box made of cherry wood that is sitting there. And there is a locket.
All right, let's start with one item at a time. The opal is kind of self-explanatory. Very large gem, very valuable.
Unless it's magical.
Can anyone detect Matt? Can anyone use identify by chance?
Magic Man, and I'm pointing at Val.
I will go ahead and cast Detect Magic on myself and take a look at pretty much everything in that chest.
Okay. So the chest itself is not magical. The
Had a feeling.
locket is magical.
Locket's magical.
The stone is magical.
The stone is also magical.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of magic is on the locket and the stone?
Hang on a second. I'm looking at making sure I told you what the right color stone. Okay, so yeah, the stone is opal. So yeah, I said the right one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the opal stone is number one, and then it's not abjuration. What's the one where you alteration? It's an alteration.
Transmutation?
Is it transmutation or hang on one second. Let me look up this.
Dude, I
Let me
feel
look up the spell.
transmutation.
It's none of you. It's your mom.
Dang it.
What? Non-existent in my life? What?
Oh man,
Damn.
why do you always? It's transmutation. I'm sorry, it's transmutation.
Self-own.
It's
Sorry, I'm just
Oh my
transmutation.
stuck on
god, the
transmutation.
opal's trans.
Exactly.
Yes, the opal's
transmutation.
trans.
The
And
opal's trans.
and the
Trans
opal
people.
is fucking insanely powerful.
That is
As
a
trans
very,
people
very
tend to be.
powerful transmutation magic on it. So
Mhm.
let's be careful with that.
Good to know.
What about the locket?
The locket. Let me look the locket up real quick.
So just a forewarning, I'm going to ask about each one of them.
Oh no, I'm getting it. So, the locket is another. It's an item. I'm trying to look at. Only thing I need from it is the actual spells. Oh, here it is. Finally. Got
Yeah,
it.
because I can't identify what it does. I can just see what kind of magic is on it.
The locket is abjuration.
The locket's an abjuration, has abjuration magic on it.
And
I
What
feel
else?
like you're just making up words now.
I'm pretty sure
No.
he's just making up words.
I'm
he's
not.
absolutely just making up words. Everyone knows that.
I'm not though.
I mean, aren't all
schools of
words
magic.
technically made up?
Do you guys remember I went to a college, right? Where I learned this.
I went to a college.
Oh,
He's
Michigan.
the
Oh,
only
you're
one
over
who's
here.
been to
taking
college.
on us.
He's the only one who's
Those
been
are
to college.
two
There's your
schools
degree.
those are two.
Oh,
What would be
Drake,
the
don't
term?
pretend to be smart.
They're both schools of magic.
God.
They're schools
So
of magic.
mean.
I'm sorry.
I'm just picturing them sitting on either side of Boo.
Remember that school we went to where we teleported and then got teleported like 4 months into the future? That's the
Yeah.
college I went to, guys.
It is actually the
No,
literal
I wasn't
one.
there for that.
Why would you make a college that would send us forward into the future?
You were there too.
I was.
I didn't make the college. I just went there.
I didn't make
got
college.
it.
You all survived so far. Goodness.
Because they
Yeah,
went into
but
the future,
so many
of
other
course.
people did.
Again, I did not get thrust into the future.
Thrust.
I know.
There
right?
was thrusting involved. No one knows what happened.
It was powerful.
All right. So we've
Some
got a
powerful
powerful
brushing
magic
experience.
stone,
It was a
a
life-changing experience, that thrust.
And the ledger is also magical.
The ledger's magical too.
It is, but it's got evocation magic on it.
That's evocation.
evocation.
Yeah,
For a
pretty
ledger?
much. Yeah, it's weird, right?
Evocation. That's things go boom, correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
Things go boom.
Point, shoot, bam. Yeah.
Wow.
Transmutation, changing one thing to from one thing to another.
Yep.
Abjuration.
Believe that is.
Causes abject terror.
All I'm just imagining is the word no.
It's protection.
Protection. Oh, so very much
Abjuration is
just the word
protection.
no.
Barriers. Shields.
barriers, force fields, shields, that kind of thing.
Telling the enemy no, you're not
Well
allowed
done,
to
you
do
fellow,
that.
yeah.
No.
Boo, you vomited up so much cool stuff. Thank you.
Yeah, Boo, you're the best.
Hmm.
You are the best.
And what about the small box?
Oh, the small box is not magical.
Okay, I'm going to use my mage hand to open the box.
The box is full of gems.
Are the gems inside the box magical?
No, the wooden box wouldn't be able to hide magical traits from your.
That's fair. That's
It's
like,
not. It's not
all
thick
right.
enough. It's not thick enough wood. So,
or lead.
yeah.
So we've got an emergency fund. Good to know.
And and the chainmail sack wasn't magical either.
Chainmail sack is not magical either.
Mm-mm.
Well, what's in the
What's
sack?
inside the sack? Yeah.
Platinum pieces.
Holy moly, there's platinum in here.
Well, it looks like we can fund the ship for a little bit using the ship.
125 platinum.
We can fund the ship for a nice little bit using the ship.
And so
We
finally,
may want to take note of these items. He's gonna pull out the small red book
the red book.
just so that he can begin
Catalog.
noting these things down.
Oh, you pull out your own small red book. I thought you picked up.
Yes.
All right, no, gotcha. So yeah, so the only thing you haven't touched so far is the ledger. Did anyone touch the stone, or touch the
No
locket?
one's touched the stone
Okay,
or the locket.
so no one's touched stone or the locket. Got it, got it. So what are you guys gonna do next?
We need to be able to identify what these things are, but we also can't risk simply touching it.
And that's a skill I don't have.
Well, then
The identification, not the touching. I can touch whatever.
we're going to need someone's
See,
help
let's-
identifying them.
She looks at you and she says, "Really? You still
I-
haven't learned identify?"
Can you identify?
Get roasted.
Of course, it's
Get
like
wrecked.
a basic ability. You should learn
Yes,
identify.
I identify as they
I
them.
will.
Congratulations.
I will make it a point the next time I have the chance to learn identify, Rami, just so you can stop razzing me about it. We ever since we were kids, razzing me about the fact that I never learned identify.
Why haven't you just learned it?
And
She
what
said,
have we learned?
I used to give him a choice between vanilla or chocolate ice cream cones, but only if he could identify which one I was holding behind my back.
And I was always
Wait,
wrong.
did he not get any ice cream if he got it wrong, or just
Exactly,
got?
and I got 2 ice cream cones, and I always
That's
got 2
fair.
ice cream cones.
That's fair.
Yeah, I never got any ice cream with her.
Nope. All right, so let me go ahead and do this, and she like steps back and she casts identify.
Thank you, Rami.
She says, "Oh shit."
That's,
I don't know
that
why,
a good old shit or a bad
well,
old shit?
Can you explain for the uneducated?
Yes.
I'm assuming that's everyone but me.
I'm
She
educated.
she
That's not an identifier.
Fire.
She just grins. She says, "The opalescent stone, the pearly stone,
Yeah.
it's an ion stone."
Oh boy, I know
A
what
what?
that is.
Yeah, and the pearl
And for the
ions.
uneducated, use small words.
The pearl ion, ion stone is a magical stone that you bond to, and once you bond to it, it floats around your head. As long as it's bound to you and floats around your head, it gives you whatever effect the ion stone is there to give.
Do we know what effect this one gives?
Yeah, it comes with the identify skill. It basically
Okay,
gives you the.
take
That's
that one.
funny. That's funny.
That one.
It's basically a stone of regeneration.
Regeneration.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna explain it mechanically because she wouldn't explain it this way. As long as you have at least 1 hit point at the end of every hour, you will regain 15 hit points. Which means as long as you can escape, someone can get you to 1 hit point, you regain 15 hit points while it orbits your head. In the means of combat, you have the effects of the regeneration spell. So the regeneration spell lasts, it's basically, you gain 48 plus 15 hit points. Let's see. Oh, you gain 10 hit points a minute. Any severed body members, fingers, legs, anything else are restored after 2 minutes. If you have a severed part and you hold it to the stump, the spell instantaneously causes a limb to knit back to the stump.
That's cool.
That is
Yeah.
Useful.
The only
Really?
thing that it does not stop is beheading.
Well, that's sure. Yeah.
Fair.
Alrighty. Well, at least now we know what this is. This will be useful. I'm
Yeah.
certain.
No,
Definitely.
I'm not taking that.
What?
I suggest we keep it on reserve for whoever needs it, not necessarily reserve it for use of one individual.
will be
one
a-
alone.
The
It will be
locket is
Never
something
touch that
very,
stone.
very particular to followers of the Mistmother. It is called the Mother's Love.
Ray, this is rude. This is bullying.
It's a gold rim cobalt locket. It's inscribed with runes, and it has a small portrait of the Mistmother inside of it. While wearing the item, you get the following benefits. Whenever you make a death saving throw, you can roll a d4 and add that roll to the total. You can choose to turn a death saving throw into a critical success, but the locket's magic then fades for a full year. The locket can be restored if specifically targeted by the Greater Restoration spell after 3 months. You have advantage on charisma-based skill checks against individuals who are also followers of the Mistmother.
Interesting.
Okay, that one's kind of cool.
I'll take that one, but Val gets the stone.
That is impressive. And what of the ledger?
She says, the ledger is trapped.
I thought as much.
She says,
how do we disable it?
Temporarily disabling it will require not counterspell. Dispel magic being cast on it, and that'll temporarily disable it for an hour.
I will cast Dispel magic.
Yeah,
that spell I have.
To fully disable it, we would have to know the keyword, the safe word to open the book with, and I'm assuming the captain and probably his first mate had that, and I don't think they're around.
Probably not.
Do I.
So at best, you get to keep the book open for an hour. If it's not closed within an hour, the spell will go off, and it basically causes a fireball on the book.
I am not going to cast a spell magic on it right now.
I have no idea how strong the fireball spell is that's cast on it, so I do not know how big of a boom it will be.
I am going to say that could be a very useful weapon for later.
And she says, this is pretty much probably belonged to the captain, and these were items that, either he was going to be selling and he didn't need, because I don't know why the hell you wouldn't be using that Ion Stone.
Right.
Or these are, I'm pretty sure these are items they were, because this looks like all kind of like monetary value stuff. And I'm assuming the ledger is probably going to have information for who their fences were, etc., etc.
Sure.
Seems it would be really, really useful. Damn it.
That would be useful, but it's also given what the secondary use capabilities could be useful as a time bomb.
Well, I mean, you can dispel it every now and then, and someone can copy out of it as fast as possible, and you can copy the contents down.
I can write very fast,
and then you could scribe the contents down.
Nerd. And I can get more or less see the things written between the lines.
So
that's a lot of writing.
Yes.
So, by the way, after she casts Identify, after you cast this, or say you can dispel magic, Remy kind of pats you on the shoulder and says, by the way, the batteries, we can have more than enough to get to Ayla, and then more than enough to get you off planet after that. And once you get into the Aether, you should be able to charge the batteries up within a day.
That's good to know.
She says, however,
there's always a however.
However, there is some protections on the engines that it's going to take me a little while to undo. Previous engineer was obviously another artificer, and unless I undo the spells that are on the engine right now, and I try and start this ship, because remember they towed the ship in, and I try and start this ship's engines, the whole ship will explode.
Yeah, so they rigged it to blow. Smart.
With the force of all the power left in the battery cells. So it would do a lot of damage to the spindle.
A lot.
Yeah. So I'm going to have, it's going to take me at least a couple of days to get this undone.
Okay.
So we're stuck here for a couple of days.
It'll give us time to collect a crew, collect supplies. If you can record exactly how they did that, I'd be much appreciative. That would be good to know against enemy ships should we need to sabotage.
Even if I knew how, I will be able to record how they did it when I undo it, but even if I know how they did it, I wouldn't be able to instantly undo it against other ships, because there will be, every single one of these situations is going to be unique. It's just there to prevent ships from being stolen, really.
Good to know.
And it also provides the engineers with job security if they can get this on there.
It's a bloody LoJack. That's great.
It's a smart way to do it.
But either way, I'm going to be able to undo it. I've already looked it over. I know the processes they did, and I know what they were trying to achieve, so I can undo it. It's just going to take me some time. So I'm going to be busy with that for the next couple of days. I've already sent for the missive to the harbor master to get information on any other officers available. I can go with you guys to the bar, or I can just tell you what you're looking for, and you guys go look for yourself. Up to you. But any time I spend away from this is going to make this job take longer. And I'm assuming you guys want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Preferably.
I mean, you're headed. Yeah. Where are you headed again? After Ayla?
After Ayla. Yeah. Kyrell.
I thought so. Yeah. So I know you're gonna want to get out of here, and it's at least a week to Kyrell. Well, not a navigator. The last time I went on to Kyrell, which was weeks ago, it was about a week and a half journey. But I'm not a navigator. You would have to get a navigator to plot the chart and see how far the trip would be now. So as you know, constant motion means constant distance changes.
Right.
So you guys have
this also may be a faster craft.
That's true. The Lady Harpy is power but not speed. So, but yes, you'll be looking for a navigator. You'll be looking for some junior officers. You will be looking for topsmen. You'll be looking for general crew, and you'll be looking for gunners. Whatever you can afford to hire, I suggest you hire as many as possible. There is a spell that the Navy submits their crew to that is one of the reasons that not everyone wants to volunteers into the Navy and that we have to conscript. There is a spell called Zone of Truth. And usually when someone is interviewed for these positions, they are interviewed within a zone of truth to ensure that their answers are as honest as possible. It is considered invasive.
Take care of that.
It's considered invasive, but it also stops you from hiring people that you wouldn't want to hire. So I suggest you come up with some good questions, rent a room in the inn, and interview people there and use that spell if you have access to it.
That's a fantastic idea.
I have that spell.
All right, well then I think that's basically all we can do. And she turns around to leave the cargo hold, and as she was walking out of the cargo hold, she's, "Oh, can I help you?" And you hear a voice say, "Yes, I am looking for Utopia Aster." And says, "I know a Utopia call." And you hear the voice say, "Would you be sure to give her this?" And takes it and says, "Okay. May I know who is calling?" And he says, "It is a private matter." And she goes walking back into the car hold, and "I'm assuming this is you?" And she holds the note out towards you, Utopia.
Is it all like fancy? And there's a seal on it.
And you recognize the seal.
Of course I recognize it. Fuck.
And this is a good time to wrap for the evening.
You did this.
I just said
Dungeon Master Cleric, or Ghostmaster Eric, how you doing?
So it is
wrapping up.
It is not I who puts the psychic knife through the foot. It is you.
It is you.
Yeah.
Who puts a psychic
Your
knife through
own
the foot.
I just sent him my notes on the fiance. So
Yes, you need to send me that because I need that.
yeah, I just sent it to you. I sent you the Notion page.
Excellent.
I love pain.
You love pain? Oh, it's
There
almost
you
like
go.
you requested emotional damage tonight.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
But we got a pet mimic, though.
Oh my
I was
god.
literally
Mimic.
drunk talking
love-
to Ray, and I was like, "Hey, can I have a pet mimic?" And he did it.
Gen Con is where all requests are granted as if by magic.
Yay!
If you will come
can't wait for it to start creating
if you will
more.
come to another city for me, I will give you a pet mimic. That's what the rules
I will
are.
drive 9 hours any day of the week to go to those cons with you, Ray. No questions asked.
And I just love the fact that I got to name it Boo.
Yes!
Because now you have a Boo box.
I have a boo box.
You can't pet it though.
No, I'll figure out a way.
We're gonna figure
Don't
out a
tempt
way.
me. I'll get
Oh,
like
I
one of
know
those
a
like
way.
ethereal arms, like
No,
the...
I know a complete way you can pet it.
Oh.
Chainmail gauntlet.
True.
As long as you don't physically touch it, you can give it
Or leather
scritches.
gloves.
Yeah,
It'll eat leather gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, leather.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or we
Anything my
teach
booty
AM
love.
how to use Mage Hand.
Or take.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh
true.
god, you can learn how to use Mage Hand. You could spend an entire feat to get cantrips in order so you can take Mage Hand.
I do personally have a violent aversion to magic just as a human being myself, so
So
we'll see.
everyone, thank you so much for joining tonight. I know we got out to a late start because I literally didn't have power in my house until just after 8 p.m. my time, which is what time we go live. So, but thank you everyone for coming in tonight. It was very impromptu, very ad hoc, and I didn't want to jump into the next part, but we are definitely rolling this up. We are headed to, we're going to be heading off planet. We just have to run by Ayla real quick because the Ayla is the wrap up for Elatris, and it's going to be painful.
Oof, yeah.
It's going to be really fucking painful.
I have that feeling.
Yeah. And so it's
for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to getting on with the storyline because I want to start diving into Aom's backstory now. And
Yay! I get to stop being the one getting shit thrown at
oh
them. Yay!
no, sweet.
For a little bit. For
Yeah.
a little
You're
bit.
dating now.
Thing.
You're dating now.
Yeah, she
Yo,
holds
fiance.
the brain cell.
Don't
But
worry,
yeah,
don't
that's
worry.
the thing.
You're
I now
dating
have-
and you have a
I
fiance.
have dating and I have a fiance and they're separate and oh my god.
Just convince them to be poly. Just convince them to be
I'm
poly.
trying to pawn her off to Lex so she and Callie can be poly with the fiance.
I mean, if push comes to shove and it's like worst possible thing has to happen, just ask Drake to handle the problem.
No, because here's the
God.
thing is that
Drake's
no,
gonna
no,
assassinate your
No,
fiance.
see-
No. Just at a party, suddenly they hear a voice in their head warning them of all the horrible things that could happen if they continue on this path and to go a different direction. They don't know where it came from. They don't know who's doing
here's
it.
the reason, but here's the reason
No
Utopia can't
violence has
let
to happen.
Utopia can't let Camille and V like be a thing because they're both smart. So it would just turn into her just getting roasted 24/7. Yeah, yeah.
Who doesn't
I
like
mean-
to be roasted?
But Lex is such a
Get
hunk.
roasted.
Doesn't she want the
Sorry,
hunk?
I had
Doesn't
to.
she want a hunk?
And a shifter hunk.
Go exactly. Who doesn't want a shifter hunk? Go over there.
Go over there.
Oof.
Anyway,
Over there.
so Milagros, sweet Milagros, where can people
Hello.
find you on the internets?
People can find me here with Dinner and a Game on Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Saturday mornings, and soon Monday nights. I moved, I got a job, and I'm being onboarded this month. The chaos is finally settling. The heat is not, though, which I need an air conditioner in this office if I'm gonna want to function. But I will be getting started with nano prep and stuff like that, and therefore content, because nano is a huge thing for me every year. In September, July and August were an absolute disaster. So I'm kind of giving myself the last couple weeks of this month to like rest, get my bearings, make sure I have all the equipment I need, and start to make some money because I have bills now, I have rent now. But yes, things are definitely coming. So I will keep everybody updated on that.
Nice. Nice.
Rude.
I'm not the
Rude.
Groot
So
mom.
Rude.
Mom,
That's
Groot
so
mom.
cute.
And the Iron Stone was the Iron Stone of Regeneration. That is a crazy. That's a
Mhm.
wondrous item, y'all.
That's beyond a wondrous item. That's a legendary wondrous item.
Legendary wondrous item, yeah.
That is a
Goodness
oh well. At least now. Oh,
That shit's cursed. That shit's cursed.
or
wouldn't I have been able
or-
to see that with the detect magic, whether or not it was cursed? Fuck. All right.
you'll
well,
never know it's cursed. Like sometimes, not even the curse doesn't even seem like it is cursed until it's too late.
Well, definitely having second thoughts about equipping that thing.
That's just something you toss up and use. That's a utility item. It's not something you necessarily attune to.
Yes, it is. You have to attune to it in order to use it.
Ah,
Mm-hmm. Ray, apparently you've gone Elvin and the Chipmunks on everybody in stream.
oh no.
Yes. You are Alvin.
Me, I want
Ah. But yes, we could definitely. I mean, with an item like that, you don't really have to worry about, another thing like what happened to Drake in the ship, where his body is just mangled beyond repair. Normally,
So we won't have to call God again.
He hates
God,
the
it
fact that
happened again,
that
sorry.
was. No, I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. He hates the fact that he had to resort to that just to act normally.
Hi, Kel.
Hi, Cal.
Cal. What's up,
But
bro?
where is Keenan? But where is Keenan?
On
Sam,
Saturday
get
Night
out.
Live.
Nice.
Oh, come on, that was a good one.
He's on Saturday Night Live, bro.
Yeah. You're just.
We know
tainted.
this. We've been know this.
No, Sam is the hero of all our stories.
No,
It's true.
no. Take it back.
I will
Take it
never,
back.
and you can't make me. Maybe at PAX.
I will find a way. I will find a way.
I will protect you at PAX.
Thank you.
Too bad.
Hiding behind
Jaeger's,
myself.
Jaeger's already
Wait,
said
which
that you're a
one?
hero.
Which packs?
Too late. Too late for
Unplugged
you.
in Philly.
Yeah, you better be going to that. It's like right by your freaking home. I can drive past your house, like as I'm coming down from Canada.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
You could take
Could
the
happen.
same train as me.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm familiar with PAX East. Oh, this is in December? I'm going.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, no. Are you kidding? DMC,
Alright.
I've been trying to turn Val. That's the thing.
not
Heroes always
It's in his
have
blood.
these.
It's in his blood. Man's a soldier. He's a hero.
You're a
He's
hero now.
Hero.
I did more work painting hallways and cleaning floors
In his
than I
blood.
did being heroic.
Just saying, it's in his blood.
Sam's a painter hero.
You
Yeah, he's
can't.
a
Same
hero.
You
will
cannot.
paint your
Do
dreams.
not. Do not go against Jaegerhorn. Jaegerhorn
Yes.
said you're a
Yeah,
bloody hero.
that's right.
That's what you are.
That's it. It's been
Mm.
said.
True. You can't.
you
You
see,
can't
here's
go
the
against
problem.
Jägermeister.
Here's
It
the
has
problem with
been
that.
written.
Heroes have all these bullshit obligations that everyone just expects of them that they can't deviate from.
Yeah, you
Which
just have
also
to do it
means there are
naturally.
times
It's
where
like
you
a
can't get the
biological
job
compulsion.
done without breaking those.
That's their own hangups. You don't have to be that kind of hero
Yeah,
if you
no.
don't want
Yeah,
to.
you can be
And
an
I won't
anti-hero.
Yeah.
You
You
be
can be an
be your own
anti-hero.
kind of hero.
Yeah.
But
He's
you're
the
still
Sam kind of
you
hero.
are still
A hero.
Drake will never accept it. Drake will never accept it.
tough. It is written,
Nope.
so it is.
It is written.
Hold on.
Just like Drake will never
It is
fully
known.
accept. Drake will if Drake gets a chance to do it, he will. I don't
I'm
want to
pinning
say
a medal
abuse,
to
but
your
you'll
corpse
definitely
either way.
take advantage of the fact that he is now an officer if he can. But otherwise, no. Somebody salutes him, knife to the foot. Don't ever do that again. Keeps walking.
So
My feet
salute
don't
Drake
feel things.
all the
Get at
time.
me.
Okay, so I just put in the notes. By the way, Drake is officially now a hero. It has been written, so it is, and I'm the note taker. That's it.
It's canon.
That's
canon.
it. It's
It is
canon,
known.
and it's
Traitor.
going in the books.
It is
Nothing's
It's
known.
going in the
Traitor.
books. It's
All right.
going in the books.
Who did I start out with?
I'm gonna meet
Oh, Lars.
I'm gonna meet Sam at PAX, and I'm just gonna hug him like, "You're my hero."
You know what? I'm gonna have a cosplay knife on me just for that case. Like I'm gonna stab you.
But I have a mace.
But he does have a mace.
He does have a mace. That
She
shit's
has a
heavy.
mace.
Need to plan for PAX. She literally
Yes,
told me the
she
other day
do.
you can't go to PAX.
Solid armor. Wait, what?
Jess told me I couldn't go to PAX. And I was
What?
like, you need to plan for PAX. Okay, so yeah, now you can hear me because I changed my microphone. I don't know what happened to my mic. It went. Bleh. But ladies and gentlemen, Sphinx, where can we find you on the massive webs?
You can find me as Circle DM on TikTok, Sphinx Akasha on Instagram and Twitter. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you can find me right here at Dinner in the Game playing Emerald Sanctums and Kingdoms of Mist respectively. Every other Friday, which is also this Friday. This is that Friday week. You can find me on the Alex Bomb channel playing Initiatives and Intrigues. On the alternating Fridays, you can find me on the ADH Adventures streaming channel playing running my homebrew Eberron campaign, Agents of the Circle. Next week is our season 4 finale. The high snapping will officially be over one way or the other. The agents have teleported under the bed of their mark, and we'll see how that all turns out. So join us next week for that. On Saturdays, we alternate between Heroes Arc and Unlicensed Magic War Crimes on the ADH Adventures streaming channel. We just did Unlicensed Magic War Crimes at Gen Con this past Saturday. The VOD is up on the Gen Con's Twitch channel, so go check that out. Otherwise, the VODs for previous shows are up on ADH Adventures channel. And yeah, I have been Valstein Okal, and I'm ready, I guess, for Val to get his heart shattered. So
Again.
it's what I'm expecting. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but I'm expecting it.
We shall see. Air,
Hi.
where can we find you?
Sorry, that was loud. Great question. I'm here on Wednesdays, and then I'm sometimes on TikTok. And now that I have a cosplay that I'm happy with, I will be more on TikTok.
Dun, dun. Yes.
I'm super excited to actually use it. And,
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad because at some point I'm going to have to put that I'm a professional cosplayer on like when I go to cons now, and that's really sort of annoying.
Well, the cool thing
But
is
yeah.
that you need to look. If you're going to PAX, you need to PAX Unplugged. You need to see they're having a costume contest there, and
Yeah.
you need to put someone else
Actually
in charge
make
of waking you up for it.
Yes, well, I did wake up for it, but then just sort of didn't make it on time, like an idiot.
Don't make me in charge of that. Trust me. If you ask me to wake you up, you're waking up. You might not like the way you wake up because if I try the first time and it don't work,
Perfect.
I get creative liberties. You
All
waking
right,
up.
Sam's in charge of waking me up.
Oh, you don't
I
want
was
to do
gonna
that.
say I knew that was coming.
You do not want to do that, but okay.
I am a
I think-
masochist, Sam.
I think she
You
does.
Understand.
I really think she does.
I think
And-
she might like it.
Everyone remember, consent is key. And Rob just
Oh, yeah,
gave,
no, you
I'm
have
sorry,
my
Air just
complete
gave
consent.
consent.
Complete consent.
And it's
Whatever.
documented. Liz,
Military wake up call.
Hello.
where can people
Hi.
consensually find you on the internet?
You can find me at variations of @MissLiz and @MissLiz2 on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And then you can find me obviously here on Wednesdays and then back here on Saturdays for Monster Hearts, where we get to yell at the boys for not having a brain cell between them.
Hey, Mihai is just
Hi?
no.
Sorry, I thought
actually,
you
he's
just
not.
said me high, like as in I'm
Mihai.
high.
His name is
His
Mihai.
character's name is
His
Mihai.
name is Mihai Petrescu. But yeah, Mihai is just all beef, no brain.
Yeah, you're all
He's a
no
himbo.
brain.
Yeah.
He is a complete himbo.
He's a
Two
himbo.
himbos and Ezekiel.
two
Just-
two
Yes.
himbos and Ezekiel. Yeah,
Two himbos
Mihai
and
is a
Ezekiel.
complete and utter himbo. He's a primal dom, and he is just
Love it.
he's not here for a long time. He's here for a good time.
Perfect.
He's here.
What's his number?
Huh?
What's his number? You can subscribe to his OnlyFans.
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. Yep.
I'm still waiting for Raise because he won't.
Hey, I until I can quit my 9 to 5 and I don't know where and that's all done, then yeah, you're not gonna get it. Plus,
Fuck.
fat old man.
When do you
only
retire,
fans.
Raise? Sorry, I just got to know how long I have to wait.
What?
When
When
are you
do I
gonna retire? I
retire?
have to know how long I have to wait.
It depends on whether or not Material Components launches well. And I
perfect.
still won't be retiring. I'll just be running my own business.
I won't be retired.
All right. So and finally, Sam.
What is up, y'all?
Samet. Where can
God
people find
damn it.
you?
Well, other than TikTok over at Markov & Co., I'm looking to hopefully start recording there again shortly, now that I've got a slightly more consistent work schedule and I'm not having multiple projects I'm working on all at once. You guys can, of course, find me here on Wednesdays, playing Drake, the one who refuses to believe he is ever going to be a hero. Get used to it.
No,
But
you
as well-
get used to it. Fuck you.
You can find me over
Majority
on...
rules. Democracy. Fuck you.
Democracy,
Democracy?
fuck you.
Democracy. Fuck you. That's the next shirt. Democracy.
Yes.
Fuck you. Sorry.
You guys can also find me over at ADH Adventures on Tuesdays playing Ash in Turning Point. If you like to see both characters go through a lot of, we're going to say events, and enough emotions flow that it leaks out to even make our tech guy cry, it's great to tune in. And then every other Thursday, not this Thursday, unfortunately, over on Turn to Page 394s, you guys can find us in a Star Wars 5e campaign. We have just gotten into the time era of the rise of the Empire and the fall of the Republic, so it is a...
Emotional time.
A moment.
Oh, yeah. And dangerous. We apparently just downloaded a large portion of the ISB databank, so now we have that in our hands and have pretty much painted a target on our backs.
Wait, so you did that and let people know you had it?
As far as we're aware, we don't think people know we have it. I'm really hoping. Also, they may, the Empire may currently believe I may or may not be a double agent working for them, so that could also work to our advantage. Gotta love how dumb the Empire was.
Redundancy, sir. Redundancy.
Yeah, my ass is a redundancy.
No, your ass is a bakery.
A bakery.
Hey yo!
God damn it!
And
Hey,
folks, remember,
yo!
on Dinner Game, we try and do everything we can to incentivize you to watch our shows. Just by following us here, you are entered to win this set of D&D core books. It is the limited edition, so it is the foil covers. It does come with a GM screen in that in that black slip sleeve, and you will be able to win this when we get to 1,000 followers here on Twitch. We are at 908, I think. 906. We're at 906 followers on Twitch. We only have 94 to go. If you have friends who like D&D, send them over to follow us. All we need is to get 94 more followers, and we give this bad boy away, and we really want to give it away because we like making people happy. Also, on TikTok, you can if you follow us there, we're trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, and after Gen Con, I was like, maybe we'll actually make it because everyone was really nice to us at Gen Con. We're at 984. TikTok hates me. TikTok is trying to make me have a heart attack. I'm trying to give away a giant 3D printed tower. No one will follow us on TikTok. Well, it's because I don't produce no content, honestly. So I need someone to produce TikTok content for me, damn it. I don't have any time. But we're at 984 followers on TikTok. That means we only need 16 followers to reach the and I'm going to say this because of I'm going to say this literally for my cast. We only need 16 followers to reach the climax. And so we will give
Amazing.
away this.
Nice.
we will be giving away this 3D printed tower when we hit to that magic
Oh
number.
yeah.
And so give us a hand if you can with that. And finally, every single show we give away raffle tickets, and at the end of the month, those raffle tickets go towards a drawing to win the mini of the month. And this month, it has to be happens to be the pretty boy of the 9 hells, Asmodeus, and he was going to be sitting on that throne in his sexy daddy pose, holding his giant hammer, and just waiting for you to be a bad boy, girl, or non-being.
Crazy.
And you
I
will,
do like
you
watching
will,
him hold
you
his
will
giant
get the hammer of affection. So go ahead and
Asmodeus
make
definitely
Crazy.
likes that.
every show we have a 20-minute period selected randomly where we give away raffle tickets. Subscribers get 2, followers get 1, so it does help to subscribe. And subscribing, of course, helps us support the show. It lets us do things like go to PAX, PAX Unplugged as a group. It helps us do everything we do in order to create a better show for you. It helps us pay our content creators. We do pay our GMs who come and run for us. And we have 2 paid GMs right now. We're trying to get a third, but he's stubborn, and he won't listen to reason. And even though I am very attracted to them, I cannot force them to do things. And so it's just not something. Well, I might be able to force him to do things, but he still won't come work for me. And that's only if his wife is okay with it. So.
It's all about consent.
All about consent.
It's about consent, and it's about time, Ray. Time. Time.
You know what? I make time, and I work the same type of industry you do.
Hammer?
And you know what? Sleep is a myth anyway.
I'm
Hammer
sorry.
time.
I need my sleep. If you can get me a working time tuner, I'm in. I'm
Working
in.
time tuner.
But if without a time tuner, I gotta reconsider things. Gotta move things around. I don't know.
Well, either way, even
Sorry, Sam's getting a bigger hammer.
if Sam's
we're
getting a bigger
comparing.
hammer. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for having joined us tonight. Before Sam gets violence inflicted on him digitally, let's go ahead and say goodnight to everyone and tell everyone that we love them. And we are going to go ahead and send this out to someone else as a raid. And as usual, for our games on Wednesday nights, our wonderful, wonderful friends over at ADH Adventures are there being tortured in their own special way, and we are probably going to go. Does anyone have anyone else they want to raid tonight, or can we go raid ADH Adventures?
Do it.
We are going to
Let's
raid
go.
the ADH Adventures. Remember, when you raid, we take our whole entire audience, we go into their show, we say hello, we say we love you. If you don't follow them, please give them a follow. They're amazing creators. They played the main stage in Gen Con, 3 or 4 times?
Yeah.
They are incredible, and they produce insanely good content. We love them so much. We're going to be doing some crossovers with them. We are thinking about doing we're thinking about doing a show captures or whatever. Sorry, my brain's really out the window right now. But where we're going to take over each other's streams. And so ADH Adventures is going to take over the DAG stream, and DAG is going to take over the ADH Adventure stream, and we're going to basically swap. So, but in the meantime, the thought was literally that the GM who swaps will go on and replace the GM on the other channel, and the players have to synopsize the last game, and then the GM has to run the next game only based off the player synopsis.
Oh, no. We'd have to do that like a one-shot almost.
I like that.
If that was canon, that could get a little bit crazy.
I was going to say, that's one thing we're negotiating, we're going to talk about, but I'm going to talk to Blonde about that later. But in the meantime, we're going to throw the raid over to them. At Dinner Game, we always save you guys a seat at the table. We want you to be safe. We went to Gen Con. Some of us got really lucky. We came back, we tested negative. Some of us did not. And literally one of our casts is out tonight because they got COVID. And they were masked up. We were all masked up. We did everything right. We did everything we were supposed to do, and people still got COVID. So you can, as the memes, Picard meme says, you can still do everything right and lose. So please do what you can to minimize your risks.
Not failure.
Yep.
That's life.
Yep.
Yeah.
And do what you can to minimize your risks. Social distance. Stay home as often as possible. I know it sucks, but with everyone else out there who's irresponsible, they unfortunately make it your problem, and I am sorry. But all that being said, we want you to come back every single week. Enjoy our programs. Enjoy our shows. Enjoy our friends' shows. Remember, If you subscribe, you get access to our VOD immediately. If you don't subscribe, we will put this up in a week on YouTube. And I've been pretty good about doing the YouTube thing lately, except for Gen Con week because it's chaos. But we put this up in a week on YouTube anyway, so you can watch it there. Always remember, anytime you show support to any of these creators, it's a massive shot of serotonin. It lets us know that you appreciate what we do, and we cannot in any way, shape, or form describe how incredible it is to have people who care about what we create. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the raid button. We're going to be going over to 88 Adventures. Tell them hi, thank you for creating content, and give them a follow if you haven't. You will not be disappointed. We're going to go ahead and go say a bunch of weird stuff in their chat and make them feel uncomfortable. No, we're not. We're going to be nice to them, and we're going to tell them we love them. We'll see you guys Friday night. Friday night for Crossing the Veil. We usually do. Saturday night for Crossing the Veil. Friday morning for Breakfast Club. And then back here next week for the regular schedule. We love you all. We'll talk to you later. Have a great, great night. And rating.
Okay, it was a good noodle. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, the big guy.
What the fuck happened?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
what
two
the
different
fuck?
things. Two different things happened, and I'm gonna go over each one individually.
Okay.
Why do I need these 5 temporary hit points, sir?
Why do I need these 5 different points?
It's
So
from a pun-
first
yeah,
off,
it's
there
a pun
was
company.
a very
Yeah,
big
they're my favorite.
creator
They're my new favorite.
who apparently
Healy Pike.
may have been having some personal issues. Who cares?
So
Doesn't
yeah,
matter.
Aspen will,
The real
kind
point of the
lead
matter is
the-
that they went to
the
Gen
charge,
Con. They spent
and
the
you're
weekend
gonna
pretty
see-
much drunk. They committed
but she's gonna be watching,